But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
It's Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. Get up to 35% off select major appliances and save an additional $1,000 when you buy 4 select LG major appliances. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5 amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt 20-volt max tool. Get the job done for less at Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 9/26. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Dude, did you order the new iPhone 17 Pro? Got it from Verizon, the best 5G network in America. I've never looked so good.
You look the same.
But with this camera, everything looks better, especially me.
You haven't changed your hair in 15 years. Selfies? Check, please.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro, designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever. With eligible phone trade-in and unlimited ultimate. Any condition guaranteed. Best 5G source root metrics data, United States, 1H 2025. All rights reserved. Trade-in and additional terms apply for all offers. See Verizon.com for details.
Get ready, Chiefs Kingdom. We've got a powerhouse lineup of guests this season. Mitch Holthus, Jaden Hughes, and Josh Klingler bring you insight from the booth to the field on weekdays and game days. Insider scoops from Nate Taylor and Josh Briscoe keep you up to date all week long. Former linebacker Derrick Johnson, and oh yeah, two-time MVP Patrick Mahomes. Don't miss a minute all season long right here on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5, The Fan.
Ravens, Sunday with kickoff at 3:25 right here on 96.5 The Fan. KFNZ FM and AM HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey Sports Station.
All right, rock and roll. It's a Ryder Cup Red Friday. Say that 5 times fast.
That's like saying frequent Parker program for my friends over at Park and Go. Some of those things are hard to say. Or Detroit Red Wings. So it's Ryder Cup Red Friday.
You better believe it, baby.
I'm excited, man.
It gets you juiced up when you see a guy dressed up as the American Eagle or Paul Revere or George Washington.
It really does,
Painted faces like Braveheart, but it's all just red, white, and blue. So
America.
Yes, guys in American flag tuxedos today out there at Bethpage. Man, it looked awesome already this morning.
I know for a fact they teed off on the cores, haven't even teed off on the cold ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Because everybody's hands are just like empty. And that will change because I'm assuming that they will start. I mean, there can't be rules in New York. Like, they start when the tournament starts.
Yeah, you got the 6 a.m. license in New York, which means
you
you can stop and start it. No, New York is a 24-hour city. Yeah, like you can get a beer anytime you want.
The city never sleeps.
No, it never does. Yeah, that's exactly right. You just have to be a barkeep wanting to keep a bar open at 4 in the morning or something like that. But, this is going to be outstanding. I'm so glad we have it on here today. And, I was thinking about this kind of really all week. I mean, we're shaping up for one of the best sports weekends that we've seen in quite some time. I mean, there is a lot going on.
Oh, yeah.
And for me, the non-golfer, to say it, I think it carries more weight than you because you're a huge golf fan, right?
Sure.
You're like, oh, this is great. This is awesome.
Yeah.
This right now, and I was telling you this before the show started, like if you're one of these folks who're like, oh, golf, all this kind of stuff. Remember the Four Nations hockey tournament back in February and everybody watched USA versus Canada and everybody got into that? That's exactly what this is like. This is like the Four Nations hockey tournament. You got into that. You didn't like hockey. You can get into this if you don't like golf because it's all about America versus Europe. And you got dudes in tuxedos that look like the American flag and all this kind of stuff. It's going to be spectacular just watching what's going on. They already interviewed some British guy who tried to talk trash. Nobody knew what he said, and it fell flat. I mean, we're watching it. We're going, yeah, and the reporter quickly moved away.
Like, where's your student stuff? We're taking ourselves physically, mentally. And they're like, all right. And then they go to the next guy. He's like, I was born for this. USA. And it's like, that's the guy.
That's
like,
the guy right there.
Veer from that guy. Drill this guy.
All right, let's give equal opportunity. Let's see what the Europeans are saying. And this guy went into some trash talk that made no sense to anybody. And they're like, all right, back to you. Just yell USA. And
he's
the guy
wearing just a bland charcoal polo. No European, swagger.
Yeah.
Stuffed beans, cigarettes, and stuff. All right.
Okay, thank you.
But dude, this is insane weekend. I told you guys on Wednesday, the planets aligned perfectly to my Uranus when it came to this weekend because Ryder Cup starts today. Oktoberfest in Lee Summit, so German beer, hopefully some lamb fries.
Yeah. I hope you don't get some lamb fries because if you're into the lamb fry portion,
they sell them at KC Beer.
Thanks, Stoker. That was the beer rock that they sell there. Yeah. But no, the lamb fries. If you're into the lamb fries at any part of the night, you've crossed that line. You're eating testicles of a lamb.
I bet you'd eat lamb fries if you went to day one of the Ryder Cup.
No,
you wouldn't get after like that on Friday.
No. 10 a.m. But you've never eaten testicles, right? You've never had Rocky Mountain oysters or anything like that. No, you'd be definitely aware of it. The texture is to a level that I just can't describe until you have it, and you're like, nope, not going to do that again. So no, that and goat cheese can go, kick rocks. But
dude, goat cheese is great.
It's just one thing I just won't eat it. Just not for me. It's awful.
But yeah, so like I was saying, this weekend, Oktoberfest on Friday, as well as
football,
as well as tomorrow's college slate, right?
According to Binkley, this is the weekend of the year.
Let me tell you something, man.
Yeah. Because he was telling me last week, because I was like, dude, you sold me a bill of goods on college football. Right. These games are not very good today. Just wait till next week.
Hey, well, there's a big bundle of suck out there at quarterback, Bob.
Yeah,
but then you have, then our Saturday night, Blink-182's in town. That's like my childhood band. Woo. So then that gets added to the slate. Sunday then, Red Zone until 3 o'clock. Chiefs and Ravens at 3:25. And, I think that's, we'll talk about it in the script. I think this is going to be one of those games where you don't have fingernails left. You're yelling at your cat or your dog.
Don't say outside. That Tom Brady got in trouble by PETA this week.
Well, he said kid.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but you're still yelling. Peter is going to get out there and get all over you, man. Okay, so be careful about that. You don't want Peter showing up.
But that's going to be a great game. And then unknowing like how this Ryder Cup finishes, you go full circle into the
What
weekend.
time will it finish on Sunday?
God, you don't know because it could be over on Sunday. Like before because last year or 2 years ago, the tournament started, and in the morning session, the Europeans went 4-0, and you were just like, well,
it's over.
It's like going 0-4 in the first 4 weeks of the NFL season. You're like, okay, time to trade, time to do all this, and the Americans were pretty much out of it. In fact, the European team has absolutely destroyed the Americans. They have won from 95 to 2014. They've won 8 of the last 10.
Wow, that's incredible.
And the last 4, it's gone alternate. So it was USA, Europe, and now we're back. And we'll get into the Ryder Cup.
So it should be USA today that wins that. And
look at that.
I know, it's awesome. The Jack Nicklaus stat. It looks like he's going into Canton with that bust,
man. I'm
right?
going to try to get to 10 a.m., but I'm not sure I will.
Well, we'll get you through. Mitch is coming in studio today. He's got a camera crew, so you'll be focused.
What?
Yeah, Mitch is coming in with a camera crew today.
It's
so
like
I'm
we're
excited
never on
about
camera.
that. Right, we're never on TV or YouTube or anything like that, but I'm excited about that. And don't forget, too, we got baseball pennant races. You woke up this morning. Did you look at the American League standings?
You better believe it.
Another collapse happening. Toronto and the Yankees are tied going into the final weekend of the season. Detroit has a 1-game lead over Cleveland going into the final 3 games of the season.
2 hits shy of leading the American League
That's
in hits.
crazy.
Look at this.
Yeah.
What do you want more? Right?
So there's just so much going
the weather?
on, and the weather's going to be. It's just going to be an unbelievable type of weekend. Not just here, but everywhere. It's a great sports weekend that has so much on tap. Let me ask you this, because I was also thinking about this. Let me ask you something about my pizza cutter. Do you guys? And I don't know. I think it's viewed differently in Baltimore than it is viewed here in Kansas City. We're kind of rivals. When I was thinking about it today, We play them in football every year, and then we play them in baseball all the time, too, when it comes to the postseason, right? In 2014, we had to beat them. Last year, we had to beat them. We've beaten them, 5 out of 6 times in football? If you're Baltimore right now, and you're waking up in that town, and you're looking at the schedule and going, I don't want to see Kansas City in any sport, man. Like Baltimore should be looking at us as kind of like what their kryptonite has been. Like, I don't want anything to do with Kansas City. They beat us all the time and everything.
I don't know. I mean, I think that it's definitely I don't know if this makes sense. I don't think it's a rivalry between teams.
No, I think it's a rivalry between towns.
I think it's a rivalry between quarterbacks because I think Lamar has the mentality that you have. The only time Lamar Jackson has beaten Patrick Mahomes was on 4th and goal in the fourth quarter where it was like, you want to do this, Lamar? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And they scored.
And it was at home.
And it was in Kansas City.
No, I think they beat us in Baltimore.
I thought it was in KC.
No, was it in KC?
It was a season opener like 4 years ago.
There was one in Baltimore, though, that I think they beat us in, too. Or maybe we came back in that. He's 1-5 against Kansas City. Is that what the number is? 1-5?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that game was 2022. And it was the opener.
Was the COVID? There was a COVID game in Baltimore a couple of years ago that I remember the Ravens winning. And
4th and 9 was here. We beat them. We beat Baltimore in the AFC Championship game there. That's the last time we played them.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, that was. And then we beat them last year
with the toe. Yeah.
And then what was it?
I think it was at Baltimore.
It was at Baltimore.
36.
Yeah, it was
2021.
Yeah, 36-30. We put the high score in front of the low score, 36-35. And yeah, because I remember. Well, I mean, do it right. It's pretty simple. You put the high score in front.
That's kind of like a Karen complaint.
That's kind of what sports is. You never say, "Oh, we lost today 2-7."
No, that's the same thing as like being like the MLB. It's not
no, that's true too. It's not how you say it. It is what it is.
You don't know what you're talking
those
about.
Are like the little like.
Nah, it's not for me. It's not.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
I guarantee you, the MLB pisses more people off than just me, and giving the low score in front of the high score does as well. So there it is. That's my take for the day. But rivalry wise, because I remember that game. He did a backflip. It was COVID. It was one of Josh's first games on the sideline. That's why I remember that one being in Baltimore. So that's the only time that they got us, right? We beat them in baseball all the time. Like if you're Baltimore, you just don't want to see Kansas City on your schedule for anything whatsoever, because it kind of does feel like we are their kryptonite. And if you're Baltimore fans this morning, you're probably looking at, oh, God, we got to go to Kansas City again and take on a team from Kansas City. We just can't seem to beat them. And so I hope that continues this weekend because it's a big one, man. Let's go. Get this win.
Nervous?
No.
Mac?
I think I'm more nervous for the Ryder Cup right now. Like America getting a win.
Oh, Europe's got our ass, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'd say I'm nervous. I mean, I don't know what nervous, but do I think that this team could lose this game? Yes, absolutely. I don't know if that's
What's your confident meter? 51% full?
Yeah, 51%. But the thing is, I'm not nervous because if they lose this game, the season is not over.
No, it's definitely not. People who are saying that.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. Depends on what, the Chargers do this weekend and the rest of the way as well. I don't think nervous is the right word to use. Anxious. Yes.
Anxious, yeah.
I'm anticipating it.
There's more pressure on the Chiefs than there are the Ravens, in my opinion.
Well, I think you're right about that. Yeah, because people are looking at the Ravens right now. They're all banged up. They don't know what to do.
AFC North is not good.
According to Vegas, there's more pressure on Baltimore.
Well, yeah, because of the odds. But I mean,
they're coming in the favorite. They're expected to win.
Yeah.
I'm just saying from a division standpoint, like I think the Ravens are going to win the division if they win or lose this game. Personally, I think the AFC West is a much different scenario. Right now. It's a better division.
Yeah. Do you really think Baltimore's a lock for that division
not
now?
A lock,
no.
I think they're the best team in that division still.
I mean, I think it's just them in Pittsburgh right now. I think Cincinnati's done like dinner. I think obviously Cleveland's whoever they are. And then you've got, just the other two, not Cincinnati, but Baltimore and Pittsburgh battling for that division right now. So, I mean, it could be interesting. I don't know how that one's going to ultimately play out, but I mean, it's not nerves, it's anxious. I'm ready for the game. Like, I'm always ready for the game on Friday, right? You get here and it's time. We've talked about it all week. Game plans, put the hay in the barn, all that kind of stuff. We get Mitch to kind of come in and fire us up a little bit and do all that. Like, I'm ready for the game to kick off. I'm ready for this team, and I'm more anxious for this team right now just to go out there and get a victory and end all the kind of nonsensical conversations that have been happening about this team. Because if they win this game, now we're back to 2-2. Now you're back to 500. Now you just beat Baltimore, and now you're really feeling good about yourself, both internally and externally as well for this organization. Because I know there are so many people out there nationally that are waiting for the final shoe to drop so they can pounce on the Chiefs.
Yeah, but you got a big trap game next week at Jags.
Yeah.
Right before the Detroit Lions. You got to watch out for that trap game.
Yeah, I don't think any game now for the Chiefs is a trap game, right? Like the Chiefs can't look at any game as a trap game or overlook anybody at this point in time. And I'm just excited to see what Xavier Worthy can do, man. Guy's dancing out there yesterday. Look like he's ready to go. Like he's feeling it. I know dancing doesn't equate to making plays. I get all that. But just to see the energy that he's going to bring, the vibe. Yeah. And it brings everybody else's energy up, too. You see this kid's going to play, you feel better about going into the game. Like, if you're Patrick Mahomes, you probably say, all right, we got our weapon back now.
Chiefs win 0-35.
Yep. Well played. Coming up next, I am concerned. About a certain, a certain ace up their sleeve that the Chiefs have already shown here on 96.5 The Fan. I'll explain. Your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at the Sheet Metal Workers do unbelievable things in the community, and Friday is always one of those big days. In conjunction with PrepsKC.com, we've got our game of the week. And this week, Shawnee Mission Northwest is at Olathe Northwest. Each school is going to get $750 towards their booster club. So each week, the Sheet Metal Workers are giving $1,500 to the game of the week, helping each school's booster club. And that goes a long way when it comes to helping out the kiddos. And that's what the Sheet Metal Workers are all about, giving back to the community and helping the folks that, they do work for here in Kansas City. And right now, their pre-apprenticeship program is open, and it's a paid opportunity, and it's outstanding. They start at $24.55 an hour, and you increase to $27.27 an hour after 3 months. You'll get family health coverage at no cost as well. And then you become a first-year apprentice earning $30 per hour. The Sheet Metal Workers do everything: architectural sheet metal, HVAC service and repair, HVAC installation. Check them out now at sheetmetal2.org. They welcome everyone from seasoned professionals to those with no experience. They offer career training, job security, and a path to advancement, all while providing the tools and support you need to succeed. For more information, sheetmetal2.org. That's sheetmetal2.org.
Hey guys, it's Dusty Likens, and that cool weather's moving in, that hot weather's moving out, but keep it hot in the bedroom. And if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction, just remember that ED is nothing more than a medical condition. Studies show that around 50% of men over the age of 50 have some form of the condition, and young men can be affected by ED as well. But what you may not know is that ED stems from a variety of causes, and these often call for differing treatment strategies. And that's what Heartland Men's Health does. Heartland Men's Health treatments work when the pills or the herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some treatments can even have you last an hour or more. Heartland Men's Health successfully treating men in the Kansas City area. So, if ED has been affecting your intimacy, schedule a consult with Heartland Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider and a T and PSA test. And if medically advised, a test dose. And if the test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. They have an expert staff, and if you are like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Kansas; Independence, Missouri, between Blue Springs and Lee Summit; and in North Kansas City. So call my friends at Heartland Men's Health today at 844-447-6600 or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is GiveMeTheVin.com. We love to buy cars, and you're going to love GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Raise your glass to the start of Oktoberfest and keep it raised for our authentic Stein hoisting competition. Round up your crew and join in on Fridays throughout September, starting at 6 p.m. for the chance to win weekly prizes and Sam Adams swag.
It's a Red Friday on 96.5 The Fan and the other place, especially with these great game day specials. 8 wings and a basket of tots for $12 plus $4 domestic OP cups. The other place, the next best thing to being at the game.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
With 24 monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier or cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Granger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Chumba Casino brings non-stop fun straight to your screen. Anytime, anywhere. Explore hundreds of games like slots, blackjack, and instant scratch-style cards. Sign up to unlock your free welcome bonus and daily login bonuses. And enjoy your chance at exciting prizes without spending a thing. Just click, play, and enjoy the ride. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
Brought to you by Duke's Mayonnaise.
This is the Duke's country song. It's a song about the best mayo. It has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
On the Missouri side, 35 southbound from Missouri 152 into downtown is a 12-minute trip. I-70 westbound from 470 into downtown, 15 minutes. Kansas side 70 eastbound from 435 to 670 is an 11-minute drive. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Clear now. Out and proud, baby. Here we go.
USA! 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 USA!
Later on in the show today, Mac's going to karaoke I'm Proud to Be an American.
Yes, finally.
Because at least I know I'm free.
Oh, yeah.
But in the Tom DeLonge voice.
Okay, even better. Yes.
Well, at least I know I'm free. There you go. We just killed the show.
America.
Yeah, you better believe it, Godfather. You better believe it. Big game Sunday, 3:25, Ravens-Chiefs. We're all excited about it. Again, I can't emphasize this much. I think it's a cigarette game. I think it's after one of these games where you're just like, all right, well, I think I can go to bed now. Spent, right? Get spent. But that's where I think this game is headed. I think this is going to be one of those games because both teams are kind of at that point in their season where, yes, it's way too early to say that if a loss, you're out, whatever. But Baltimore's had their, battles. The Chiefs have had their battles. We talked about a lot of them yesterday with their right tackle issue, with the running game issue, what's Xavier Worthy's role. And I will say if we focus this on the Chiefs, because we can talk about Lamar and Baltimore and all that as well, but I think when you look at the Chiefs this year, they've kind of already used two things that they don't really use until normally the end of the season, right? And the two things that I emphasize on this is like their get out of jail free cards, right? And that is Mahomes' legs and Spags sending like the jailhouse break, right? Like normally it's in the playoffs, you're like, man, Spags dialed it up, right? The shirts came out later on in the season, and then all of a sudden it was like, we don't know where he's blitzing from, Jim, that kind of stuff. Here's McDuffie, he fakes it, and then here comes Roland Wallace, and boom, it's 4th and 12, right? Like that's normally like divisional round, when a big game when you need it, that's when Spags shows that. Mahomes' legs, right? That seems to always be in the playoffs. Like the Philadelphia run in the Super Bowl, San Francisco in the Super Bowl, Tennessee, the game that's probably one of the greatest play he's ever had, the run down the sideline.
If
it's not that one, I'll have a debate. Right?
Yeah, we could have it's one of my favorite plays that he's ever had. I mean, it's spectacular.
It's insane.
I mean, it's just I can just see it in my mind right now, like touchdown.
That's where that was where the double Maloney was born.
Yeah.
And
which, by the way, now when people come up to the car and ask for money, I give them Maloney's business card to call this guy.
It's the same thing. If you have a problem with this show, feel free to email steven.spector@odyssey.com. But no, and those are the two things where last week Mahomes didn't use his legs, right? I think he had, 5 yards rushing?
Yeah, it was not a lot.
Didn't have to do it, right? That was one of the things. So that was what was concerning for me, seeing that from the Chiefs. Now, I know that we go back and we've heard Mahomes talk this week that maybe he's got happy feet and he's got early exit, syndrome when it comes to the pocket because he's been so burned in the past. And the blitzing as well. They blitzed the hell out of, 19 blitzes on Jalen Hurts, 101 yards passing. You don't really have to blitz that much against Russell Wilson. Like you said, he'll throw it to a pole, a goalpost, a fan, whatever it may be. But that is a little concerning. If we're having a little concern about the Chiefs, in my mind, outside of just, player being hurt, player being offsides, running game minute. But to me, it's like they've already shown this, right, early. And it's not because they want to, it's because they had to. So at this game, where both teams are going to have to show everything they have, I think we'll still see maybe at least one of those where maybe we see a lot of blitzing of Lamar. We saw 7 sacks from Detroit against them. Short week. Defensive line's busted up. How long is Mahomes going to be on the field? That sort of thing. So I'm interested to see if Mahomes' legs are a factor in this game, let alone how many times Spags blitzes against Lamar.
Well, it's interesting you use get out of jail free cards on that because that's what it was in the past. But now it's kind of who we have to be because of where we are, right? I think right now, until this defensive line can show that they can get pressure bringing 4, which is very tough for anybody in the NFL at this point in time, you're going to have to blitz. You're just going to have to. You're going to have to get to the quarterback some way. And if the front 4 are not doing that on a consistent basis, then, okay, this is not our game plan anymore. Maybe blitzing becomes more of who we are in order to get to the quarterback. And then Mahomes' legs too. Like that's why I think having Worthy back is so important because hopefully he's able to open some things up and Patrick doesn't have to run as much, doesn't have to get out there and do those things. And he can run more like he used to in the past where it's 3rd and 9 and he gets 10, right? You're not running out of necessarily necessity because it's the only way you can move the ball. You're running because we've got an opportunity to pick up a first down. Everybody's covered. The field is wide open. I can take it and go. Like those are the type of runs I want to see from Mahomes, the cool runs that you don't necessarily have to have as opposed to, oh my God, I'm being flushed out of the pocket. I got to run because nobody's blocking for me type of run.
Cool runnings.
Good movie.
Fantastic movie. R.I.P. John Candy. Rich Eisen thinks the Chiefs have turned a corner. Maybe it's the Mahomes play. Maybe it's the second half adjustments. But this is Rich Eisen on the Chiefs turning the corner.
And I'm saying is we're going to find out on Sunday against the Ravens. I think the Chiefs might have turned a corner. Just saying. I think the Chiefs turned a corner last week. They came out. They started throwing around. I mean, Taekwon Thornton made a couple catches. Now we're hearing Xavier Worthy's going to be back. Right around the corner, here's Rashee Rice. You know who actually scored a touchdown? Kareem Hunt scored a touchdown. You got a rushing touchdown from this team. So I think the Chiefs turned a corner on Sunday Night Football. And we're going to see it against the Ravens.
He'll get handled when it gets handled.
That's right. That's the higher register take of the week.
Is that him being, oh, you're a cute little boy, patting you on the head, or was that genuine?
I think it was genuine.
I think the Mahomes play, I've heard a lot of people in the media say that that's one of those plays where it's like, damn, that was Pat that just saved that game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that play.
The defensive Mahomes play.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I know that, a lot of people have said that might have been the play that saved the season. That's a play that, showed, all right, guys, that's our quarterback out there. Only one understanding that they can get the ball here because it's a backwards pass, and Isaiah Pacheco's completely lost, and Mahomes had to go out there and do it himself. Because if he doesn't get that ball, man, the Giants are on the 2-yard line, who knows where that game goes? Who knows what happens in that locker room at that moment?
Right.
So maybe that's the corner they turned.
Or then did the Chiefs just take over 1st and 10 at the 2 because Russell throws 4 into the stands? I mean, there's that possibility.
That helps, right? But I mean, like the whole.
But you do that against Baltimore, forget about it.
Right, and if Baltimore does it against the Chiefs, forget about it.
Yeah.
Like if Derrick Henry fumbles again, my God. I mean, like honestly, who's in more hot water, Jawan Taylor or Derrick Henry?
Well,
Jawan
I
Taylor.
think here, yes, but I would think in Baltimore it has to be because when you fumble the football,
see more Justice Hill.
But still, you fumble that football, man. He's cost him 2 games. He has legitimately cost them 2 games right now because of his inability to hang on to the football. And so has Jawan Taylor cost us a game? It's hard to say that Jawan Taylor has truly cost us a game, but you can absolutely see that Derrick Henry's cost the Ravens 2 games by fumbling the football. Turnovers are just absolute death nails in the NFL, and you turn the football over, your chances of winning drop dramatically. And so, and then you fumble in the 4th quarter inside your own territory like that. You've given the ball away, man. You're Derrick Henry. Your number one goal is to protect that football, and he has not done that this year.
If there's a Maryland, Rob, and Carrington, they're 100% saying Derrick Henry.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
Oh, no, because wicked washed.
Yeah, like that's Boston. Locking Fora's out there telling you that Derrick Henry is washed right now, right?
I am interested to know what their perspective is, like on Derrick Henry. Like, because that's, dude, this is not the norm. Like, this is something where you're like, whoa. Like,
I listened in a little bit yesterday on the Odyssey app to Baltimore. I didn't really hear him talking about Derrick Henry. It was just like
Tuesday would have been the show.
Yeah, probably. Tuesday, that was a Monday night.
Yeah,
Tuesday would have been. But like they do sound defeated though. I mean, I remember listening to the Baltimore broadcasters, the Odyssey station there last year at playoff time when we were facing the Orioles. Remember that quick series that we went to Baltimore and won, right? And I remember listening to their broadcasters that kind of week leading up to that series and into that series. And boy, the defeat in their voice, you could hear it. Like they had already lost that series before it started, according to the Baltimore announcers, right? The guys who do what we do in Baltimore. I'm listening, like, God, these guys are defeated already. Kind of sounded like that yesterday, too. Like they're deflated right now with where their football team is because they've never been in this situation before, right? They've always had a good defense. They're legitimately 32 in the league in every category, right? As Binkley said the other day, we're not talking about the 29th worst defense. We're talking about the 32nd worst defense. And so they're in their feelings. They don't know what to do. They're experiencing something that they've never experienced. The depression in the voices that I was listening to yesterday or the day before on the Odyssey app was just like, all right, we're 1-3. We got to go to Kansas City. This thing's already over. Like it was really, really, really depressing to listen to them and find out where they are. But it reminded me exactly of their mindset going into the playoffs last year. I'm like, I hope that's the mindset, man. If they're coming in here with that defeatist attitude already that's permeating that city, I love that, man. I love it.
What year would this, like this is what, year 6 of the Harbaugh-Lamar window?
Well, what year was he drafted?
A while ago.
Would have been. This is like his 7th season.
So was he drafted before Mahomes or right after Mahomes?
After.
He was the year after, so he was 2018?
I think so.
Yeah, because he won the Heisman at Louisville in, because Lamar's 27, Mahomes is 30, just turned 30. So I think he's 2 years.
Is it 2019?
Mahomes was drafted in 2017.
So then he would be 2018 or 2019. Yeah. So you're talking 5 or 6 years with this.
So it's kind of like the first, because they've been
2018.
2018. Yeah. So he was, you think about it, 32nd pick in the 2018 draft. And then that first year, decent, but then it starts. It's like, here's year 2, here's year 3. This is the first time they've maybe had a sort of season where it's like the 11-6 one would be the first one for the Chiefs, right? Where it was like, is this the window kind of closing? It's not wide open. The breeze isn't flowing as well. What are we doing here? Where I think this is the first year in Baltimore's like run with Lamar, where it's like, this is not normal. This is Derrick Henry fumbling the ball. This is, Lamar getting sacked 7 times. This is our defenses, beat up and banged up. We're 1-2. We got to go to Arrowhead. Oof, you know what I mean? Like this is the first time where Baltimore's kind of had that sort of, oh, shoot moment where it's like, okay, we're not that dominant team, right? We're not the team that, we're up 45-20 against the Bills, and we lose that game.
And we lose that game.
3 years ago, they don't lose that game.
No, they don't lose
that game. This year,
they
lose it. Detroit, Baltimore, great game. That's a game they're in it till the very end. Detroit kind of was the more dominant team. Blast them with the running game. Derrick Henry, another fumble. Lamar Jackson, 7 sacks. All of a sudden, it's like, is the Harbaugh window I mean, again, that was what it said on First Take the other day. That was their discussion. Like, is it time to panic in Baltimore? And I don't think panic is ever a word to use.
No,
unless
not
you
in week 3.
Unless you were 0-3 and you were coming in this game and you were like a 6-point underdog. Then panic all you want. But again, this is one of those games where, like, you look at the meter of weight of where this game weighs on both teams. I think the game weighs more on Baltimore. I know a lot of people think the Chiefs, but I really do think there's a lot of weight of pressure on Baltimore because of the situation that they're in. This is some adversity they have not dealt with yet.
Right, and the biggest difference is, Dusty, is
now,
that
they did go 0-2 last year, but then they won 5 straight. So, again, that was nipped in the bud quickly.
Real fast.
So, again, a win against Kansas City, we're talking a different game.
Yeah.
And a loss to Baltimore, the Chiefs are going, oh, shoot. Okay, Jacksonville, then Detroit, then Oakland, or Vegas, and we get Rashee Rice back. So, again, I don't know, man. I think it's pretty close. It's 55-45 weight of pressure. I think it's on Baltimore.
I don't disagree with that. I would probably put a little bit more on Baltimore, and the only reason I do is because they're losing guys while we're getting guys back, and that's the biggest difference at this point of the season. It's like you're losing guys. You've got a defensive tackle who is your best defensive lineman, and nobody knows when that guy or if that guy is going to return. I mean, when you hear a coach at the podium say, "I don't know what I'm allowed to say about an injury," or whatever the situation is, that's not a good thing. That means, oh, wow, we've got something here that we've never seen before, and we don't know how to handle this type of situation. So they've got all of those internal injuries that they're dealing with. I mean, we're dealing with a left or a right tackle that can't figure out the snap count, right? We can replace him. We've got options there to replace him. If you're dealing with a running back that's constantly fumbling, and then you joke, you're going to go to Justice Hill,
lies.
Yeah, but whoever said it. But there it is. I mean, therein lies the problem. We have a $10 million backup that people believe in, that they gave him that money to, that can go in there and play and take that problem out of the game. If Derrick Henry continues to fumble and he turns the ball over, you don't have an option right now there at that running back spot. And then it's all on Lamar Jackson. Because if Derrick Henry fumbles early, Baltimore's known to go away from their running backs in games, right? We have seen that over the years. If he fumbles early, you may not hear from Derrick Henry the rest of the way, and then it's all on Lamar, and then you can pin your ears back and get after that guy.
There's also a game in which this has a lot of stars on the field that can impact the outcome of the game. The list that you have, we can go in your order, but for sure, you got Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers, Xavier Worthy, Taekwon Thornton, I think you can put on that list. And then you have Creed and Trey at the top.
Yeah, I came up with like these 4 guys who I think the game is going to kind of teeter upon,
from just
right?
Kansas City's
perspective. Just Kansas City, right? For our perspective. I do think Creed and Trey need to play this week, right? This is an opportunity for those guys inside to kind of get healthy, to start mauling some dudes. Their defensive line stinks and it's injured. This is the opportunity that those 2 guys have to go out there and dominate and to show who they really are. Why did we pay them? Show us this week why we paid them. Get that running game running. I think Jawan Taylor's a big part of this game on Sunday. If he makes a mistake, I do think this is the week he does get pulled.
They had all the coordinators talking yesterday, man.
I mean,
you had Gabe Merritt, you had Datome, you had, Spags?
Andy Heck.
Andy Heck was talking. Man, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a big game, I think, for Jawan Taylor. He needs to get out there, and he needs to play big. Worthy, I think it's a big game for him. I think there's a lot of expectation. I think there's more expectation from the fan base in Worthy this week than maybe anybody else, right? Well, you want to see what you haven't seen yet. You know, I haven't seen Worthy yet play this year. I haven't seen Worthy in year 2 yet. I was really excited to see Worthy in year 2.
That's fair. I would tell people to temper their expectations this week.
Well, it's hard to.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, but as you always say, we were expecting this huge thing. If it's not 100 yards and a touchdown, we're going to be disappointed. I'm kind of coming from your book right here.
Right. And I think I'm not expecting that. I'm just expecting that one big play where you go, okay, there it is.
There's the speed.
Yeah, there's the speed that we need, because that's all you need in the NFL. You need to have one big play like that, and it changes the whole landscape of the way defensive coordinators are going to go about doing it. Because if he breaks off a 45-yarder or something like that, right? Okay, now we got a plan every time he's in the game. It could be a run. It's not a guaranteed pass. Gets those defensive coordinators thinking. The more they think, the better it is for us, because the more they mess up. And then finally, Leo Chenal, whoever's going to be the spy on Lamar Jackson, he may be the most important player on the field this week. This could be one of those big-time games for a guy like Leo Chenal if he ends up being the spy, which we think he will be, on a guy like Lamar Jackson. So those are the 4 kind of guys that I'm looking at this week. Like, if they have big games, we're putting ourselves in a great opportunity. Yes, Travis. Yes, Butker. Yes, Chris Jones. Yes, Patrick Mahomes. But everybody else has got to step up their game as well. We can't constantly just say it's those 3 guys and then everybody else. If everybody else raises their level of play, this team gets exponentially better.
Yeah, we may even double spy like the Lions did last week. They had multiple linebackers just kind of hovering wherever Lamar Jackson went. I wouldn't be too sad if Leo Chenal and Drew Tranquill were doing that.
Yeah, and you have a luxury of being able to do that, I think, too, with the defensive backs that you've got, you know? I mean, you've got really, really good defensive backs, and so you can probably give yourself that opportunity because, when you spy on somebody, it kind of stays back there in the pocket a little bit longer. As long as your guys in the back end can cover, you can do that all day. And they've done a really nice job of covering dudes, you know?
Yeah, I might put Chanel at like 2 there. And I might take Taylor off. I understand why he's on your list, though, because of, having to play a clean game and do all that sort of stuff because of the heat he's under.
There's nobody under more stress and pressure in this game other than Derrick Henry for fumbling than Jawan Taylor, right?
And then I think that where I would put is Josh Simmons. Is this the game? Is this the game where you tell Pat, like, hey, man, you got it. It's fine. Like, trust me. I can keep this side of the line full. I know Kingsley's going to have his shot at that, too. But to see Patrick Mahomes comfortable in the pocket with 2 speedsters playing on the field at the same time, that's something where I think this is like a Josh Simmons game. Like, hey, just give me 4 seconds. Give me 4 back here. Give me 3.5. Just give me 3.5. And let me know that I have that, and I'll make things work. I think you could put Josh Simmons on that game. That's somebody that will impact the outcome of this game as well.
Yeah, I think so, too. But, I mean, it's got to be a Jawan Taylor game this week, man. Like I'm looking at that guy. And for me, this week, there's no free passes. The first mistake he makes, that's the last mistake he makes, I think, for this team.
I hope that's the case.
They're pretty loyal.
I was going to say, part of me thinks that's not.
Then why did you allow your general manager to go spend $10 million on an offensive tackle this offseason?
Great question.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
I don't know. Use that on the running back. It would have been awesome.
Well, that's the thing. That's the trickle-down effect right now.
Well, my question is, are you trying to protect the loyalty with one person and risking 10 other guys on the field?
And that's where I am now.
What's the ratio mean to you at that point?
Yeah, because that's where I am right now. His performance is having a direct mental impact. The tight end lost his cool on the sidelines again. And it was right after Jawan Taylor made another mistake. Patrick Mahomes talked about it this week. Happy feet. Andy talked about it. Nagy's everybody has talked about this guy. I'm tired of talking about this guy. Go out there and do your effing job, bro.
All right.
The longer he stays, the less confidence I have in Jalen Moore.
Well, and that's the other thing. But when the brass gets together and Brett and Andy sit down and they decide what they're going to do in the offseason, and they think Jalen Moore is that guy, and they go give him $10 million, and then he's nowhere to be found. And I understand they drafted Josh Simmons and it was a preventative move. That's a big insurance policy. And you've got this guy sitting out here and a guy that kind of can't play and whatnot. Was that money well spent by the Chiefs? Right now, it doesn't look like it.
Right now, it's money that get bent. We don't have to talk about Jawan Taylor next. We can talk about the Dolphins and ESPN because they have an egregious take. But also, Sports Talk on 96.5 The Fan is presented by Paramount Plus. Sly Stone, he's back in the original hit series Tulsa King this season. Dwight faces his most dangerous adversities, yet forcing him to fight for everything he's built and to protect his empire. Stream the new season of Tulsa King on Sundays. First episode was September 1st, and it's exclusively on Paramount Plus. Let's talk about this trade that the Dolphins apparently, kind of won. I don't know about all that. 96.5 The Fan, you're home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is George Karlaftis, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at Underdog are ready for you in the state of Missouri because football season is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all of the action. And you can select your entries and win money right now in the state of Missouri. And playing on Underdog is easy. Just choose whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. And get your entries right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. And I love playing on the Underdog app involving many sports. We talked about what a great sports weekend it's going to be. Combine entries from golf, combine entries from baseball, combine entries from college and the pros in football into one selection and see what you can do. You get those entries right. Like I said, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the app today. Sign up with promo code BOB to score $100 in bonus funds when you play your first $5 with promo code BOB. Underdog. Make plays, win money. Must be 18 and over and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
This is Creed Humphrey. Kansas City has the best fans in the world and the best bull riding team in the PBR. The Outlaws are looking to win it all this year, but they can't do it without you. I'm the chief of Outlaw Attitude, and I need you to pack the house. So buckle up and make some noise. The Outlaws are coming, and we know KC will be there with us. Come see Kansas City's next dynasty and join me at PBR Team Outlaw Days, October 3rd through 5th.
Race weekend returns to Hollywood Casino at Kansas Speedway with over $60,000 in prize giveaways. Friday night, stay cool with the Pin Play app and pick up a 12-pack of Coca-Cola while supplies last. Saturday is the day of winners with a winner every 15 minutes. And on Sunday, win up to $2,500 in Penn bonus play with the Hollywood Casino 400 even or odd drawing. Find your fun at Hollywood Casino. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Getting help is your best bet. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ksgamblinghelp.com.
Today, we're constantly taking photos and videos to remember our favorite moments. But what about those captured before the smartphone? What about the memories tucked away on aging VHS tapes, film reels, or in fading photos?
These cherished memories are fading away with time, vulnerable to threats like heat, moisture, and mold. But fear not, there's a solution to safeguard your legacy. Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Nick. Together we founded Legacy Box over a decade ago with one mission, to bring your memories into the 21st century.
It's time to bid farewell to old tapes you can't watch and faded photos. Legacy Box transforms them into digital treasures, ready to share with a click.
Just like magic, your shoebox of memories is now safely stored in the cloud or on a thumb drive.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box, so you can rest assured your priceless moments are in good hands.
Don't let your childhood fade away on old tapes. It's time to digitize those priceless moments.
Fast forward into the digital age. Visit legacybox.com/value and unlock 50% off your order. That's legacybox.com/value.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Granger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Chumba Casino brings non-stop fun straight to your screen. Anytime, anywhere. Explore hundreds of games like slots, blackjack, and instant scratch-style cards. Sign up to unlock your free welcome bonus and daily login bonuses. And enjoy your chance at exciting prizes without spending a thing. Just click, play, and enjoy the ride. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
Chiefs coverage sponsored by Rener Garage Door. RENER forward and back.
Hey, it's almost Andy Reid. Rener Garage Door has proudly served our community for decades. The best styles, technology, and family values. That's Rener. Get your free repair or replacement quote today. Forward and back.
RENER. RENER.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri sign 70 westbound getting pretty heavy now with an accident before the Blue Ridge cutoff. It's built delays back towards Lee Summit Road, and eastbound also slow in the area with the lane blocked on that side. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
.645 on a red Friday. Red Ryder Cup Friday. How you doing?
I know that I'm hard.
Better believe it. Have been since I went to bed last night. All the videos are coming out today. Keegan Bradley's out there before the sun rose, trying to get the crowd going. Let's effing go, boys. That was his mantra to the crowd. You don't need a whole lot, but yeah, we got some action. Bryson and Justin Thomas, they are one up in their matchup against John Rahm and company. A lot of golf to go. Four twosomes this morning, and then the exact same Twosomes will play the afternoon session. So,
they play 2 different sessions. That's why it takes so long. Okay. I was like, why is this thing going to go to 5 o'clock at night? Like, what are they doing out there?
Morning sesh, quick break.
Gotcha. And then everybody goes back out there and plays again.
Get your Nutri-Grain bar, your Fig Newtons, your water, and then everybody come back out in the afternoon.
Okay. I got you now. Some guy named Harris English just teed off for the United States. I don't know if I'd never heard of him until just now. And that's a golfer name right there. Like Harris English, you got to grow up to be a golfer, man, right? I mean, there's no other option for you. And he did, right? He's playing in the Ryder Cup.
Captain's pick, baby. So we'll dive into that about 8 o'clock because that's what Mac and Bob said. That's what I get to do. They finally gave me a day and a time slot, so we'll be good there. But ESPN came out with an article of teams that have, made deadline deals, made trade deals, where they went out at, and Mac loves this. He agrees with it.
Yeah, he does. I mean, Mac was so excited to tell us about this.
Okay, all righty.
No, but go ahead, Mac. The article basically goes back to the Tyreek Hill trade with the Chiefs. And
there was like 23 trades in 22-23, and so they're kind of going back and evaluating them after the why this came out today. Somebody was bored. I don't know. But it's a good article. It's easy. It's fun. It's interesting to see. And then when they see stuff that gets you riled up, like the Dolphins win the trade and you're celebrating, I'm like, what are you talking about? How did the Dolphins win that trade for Tyreek Hill? Because according to my calculations, and I'm sure, Mac, your calculations as well, the Chiefs have done good things since they traded Tyreek Hill, and the Dolphins have turned into one of the all-time great dumpster fires that everybody in the world is monitoring, waiting for that coach to, flame out down there in Miami, right?
McDeath? Yeah.
Yeah, McDeath. Is that what we're calling him? I like that. Did you coin that?
No, I did not.
Oh, damn it.
Well, sorry. What did he say? Every day is one step closer to death.
Yeah.
Like McDeath.
Who coined him McDeath? That's
I think it was
really
Bill
funny.
Simmons. I can't remember.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, because he said, "How are you doing today?" Good. I'm closer to death. Oh, okay.
Alrighty.
Now we know why the man wanted to die.
Jeez, this team
Time
sucks.
to die. Whoa. Like, my God, your team sucks.
Yeah, dude, it says that the Dolphins slightly won that trade because Tyreek Hill had his best season offensively. In the article, it was like,
come on, yeah.
I'm getting flustered. In the article, it literally says.
That was so bigly. I
have nothing to say.
You got it.
In the article, it literally says, yes, the Chiefs did go to back-to-back Super Bowls and then the third. So
They
3
went
Super
to
Bowls
3
in
in
a
a
row.
row.
And won 2, but the Dolphins were really good with Tyreek Hill with 1,700 yards.
I mean, those
So
9-8
stupid.
records and that first round elimination to the Chiefs and
Literally, the Chiefs
they went
beat them.
right.
Go back and look at the record. They went 11-6, and all 6 of their losses were to playoff teams. Buffalo twice, the Chiefs, and then there's a couple others in there that. But
Yeah,
they're
that
all,
first year was their best, and then it got progressively worse for them, and we maintained and stayed the same. And
Because Tyreek almost got 2,000 yards, they won.
okay, that guy won them that trade. Yet we went to 3 Super Bowls, and that trade gave us basically the opportunity to get McDuffie and Rice.
Yep.
Damn.
One All-Pro and 1 future All-Pro.
And 3 Super Bowls.
We'll see.
Yeah.
And 3 Super Bowls. And 3 Super Bowls that we went to and 2 championships. Like, how anybody can sit there and say Miami won the trade is beyond me. Because look at what's happened to Miami since Tyreek has gone down there. He went down there and there wasn't a leader like Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. He took over the operation and it's turned into a mess.
That's like horseradish.
I mean, to sit there and say, I mean, that organization with Tyreek Hill is closer to dissipating than it is to doing anything good. Like, they're ready to make an entire regime change in Miami, from GM to head coach to quarterback, and somebody's going to sit there and say that the Miami Dolphins won the trade with the Chiefs for Tyreek Hill? Based on what?
Oh, that's what it says in fine print at the end. This article is written by Gary Myers. Oh, Dolly, I'm hot today.
Who did write this? Bill Barnwell.
Bill
for
Brasky?
What does Bill Barnwell normally cover for ESPN?
He does a lot, just NFL stuff.
Is he a fantasy guy more so than
I don't think so. I think he's just a sports writer. Yeah, American sports writer, staff writer for ESPN.
Okay.
Wide range of sports, including football, basketball, baseball, soccer, golf.
Okay, he writes about in-season X's and O's. Well, X's and O's, yeah, 2,000 yards is good, but that's not how we judge teams, success rates, anything like that. It's not judged by what an individual does. Trades are used to make your team better, right? Did the trade for Tyreek Hill make the Dolphins better as a team? Some could say maybe yes.
For a short time.
Exactly.
How's that working out today?
Right.
Yesterday.
No, exactly. I mean,
Tyreek Hill was the number one player in the NFL top 100.
He was. And then he blamed his kid for burning his house down. I mean, like, it's
got arrested right before their first game of the season.
Before their first game of the year. Yeah, exactly. Like,
said he didn't know the playbook.
Trades are used to make your overall team better. Tyreek Hill left, and the Chiefs went to 3 straight Super Bowls and won 2 of them. I would say his leaving made this team better.
Yeah, what? Who did they have more playoff wins, or did he have more children?
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Since he left?
Yeah. Because what, you won 3, 4, and 3?
Four.
So we had,
right?
11 wins in the playoffs since he's been gone? Right? Because you had 4 you won your division, wild card, division, championship, Super Bowl. Then you had to go on the road and win them all.
4,
That's 4, so that's 7. And then you won
3, so that's
3 last year.
Well, you
right?
won you didn't play well. You won 2 last year.
Yeah, 2 last year.
So
9.
that's 9.
Pretty
he
close.
has 13 kids.
How many kids did he have when he
4?
left here? Yeah, that's true. The Chiefs had more
What
playoff
is that?
wins. Yeah, that is, seriously, Max, see if you can figure that out. The amount of playoff wins the Chiefs have had since Tyreek Hill left.
We just gave the number.
But how many kids he's had since
I don't
since
know if
the
that's
Chiefs
public,
left?
but I'll do some
Is it,
sleuthing.
well, I'm sure
That's
it
like
is.
horseradish.
I mean, did you see Sean Alexander last night talk about his 14th child?
Yeah.
You would send a text, go, Bob, what do you think?
Because he's your age.
I know.
I'm like, what would you do if you today your wife's like, number 14's here?
You know what I do? She told me number 3 was here. You never hear from me again. No, I kid, but like 14 kids.
At 48 years old, you had your newest kid.
Oh, God.
Hey, man.
We talk all the time how glad we are we're not in that stage. You know, high school stage now is busier than it's ever been, but I mean, they're still very independent, right? Having a baby at my age right now at 48 years old, I would hate it. I'd punch myself in the face.
I mean, good heavens. 14 children.
I mean, he's got the means to be able to support. He's a great dude and all, but 14 kids, good Lord. And Tyreek has 14, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, they say at least 10.
At least. Oh, okay.
That's what they say.
How do you not know how? Yeah, that's what's so great. It's like, how do you not know the number of? He's got like Baker's dozen.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know.
Well, who was the guy who couldn't remember his kids' names?
Was that Cromartie?
Was it Cromartie? Was it?
sounds
Cromartie's
right.
the one that got the vasectomy and then
Still had kids.
Yeah,
That's
because you got
right.
to empty the chamber before you can go back.
Right.
Into,
He just went right back to work.
He definitely did.
Yeah, he did not care.
This is like a one and done. This isn't Heartland. Like, you know, Heartland, you can't have sex the day after your visit, an hour afterwards
Right.
for many hours, and then many minutes, and then with vasectomies, I think we all know the process. Right?
You go home and you got to clean yourself out, and then
Correct, and wait a while.
And wait a while.
Not Cromartie.
No, he did not wait. No. All right, I'm ready to go. I'm fixed.
That was what stinks. That was Hard Knocks, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yep.
Yeah, that's right.
That was the Jets Hard Knocks. That was for the GD snack one, and
yeah.
but Rex Ryan.
Somebody says Tyreek to the Dolphins is like Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. That's rough. That's better than that,
but the Jets didn't have to give up anything, right? For Aaron Rodgers, he was a street free agent at that, right? At the Packers, so you didn't have to get the Dolphins had to give up a lot, and we turned that into 2 of the best players on the team.
Yeah, and then I think where the Chiefs won the trade was that Germany game, right?
Yeah.
Whenever McDuffie stripped it from Tyreek.
Yeah.
And then
that was Legarius.
McDuffie may have stripped it in the regular season, but Legarius Sneed
That's
sunned him in the playoffs.
I was talking about in the Germany game.
Germany
the regular
game,
season.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stripped the ball, and then Cook got it and went to the house.
That's right, yeah.
And it's 21-0 at halftime.
Yeah, that was a nail biter too. That never should have been a nail biter.
It ended up being 21-14, right? Or 21-17 was the final
Something like
score,
that,
21-14.
It was close. Yeah, it ended up being way too close of a game. But yeah, then Legarius Sneed, just punched him in the neck and dropped him, and that was it for him in the playoffs. And now Legarius Sneed's walking around talking about like he doesn't know who Nico Collins is.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. He's
He's about to
talking like
find
he's
out.
still a great corner.
Yeah, like Legarius Sneed, I hate to say, nobody's heard from you in 2 years.
He hasn't
I was
played?
surprised he was still in the league.
Oh, yeah, Titans fans are pissed about that
Of course
trade.
they are. They have
got
to be.
fleeced.
Yeah, they did. But that's what Brett Veach does better than anybody. Oh, well, we'll send you Legarius Sneed.
Yeah, here you
hey,
go.
who do you want now? Because you're open for business. We'll give you,
Well, hopefully the Dolphins will lose
You
this
want
week.
FAU? We'll send them to you. We got all kinds of guys we can get rid of.
Better call Bob. You want FAU? We'll send them to you.
That's right. Yeah,
555-555-555.
555 FAU1. Call now. I've got the great defensive end for you. His name is FAU. Call now. You can be yours for a running back right now. If you call me at 555 FAU1, I'll send FAU to you for a running back.
Bye. Somebody from 816 says, I have 6 girls, all under the age of 12, and I take the long way home every night, so I don't got to go in that damn house.
God love you. How many girls?
6 under the age of 12.
Woo. And a wife.
Oh, maybe.
And, oh, God, I love you, man, and I feel so bad. If you need to talk, DM me, and we can have conversations, my man. 6 girls, oh, boy.
That's where I would turn into your old man. Look, they got Maker's Mark on the shelf. Better believe it. Oh, boy. Coming up, veteran teams figure it out. Always. Mac will explain here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
This is Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Hey guys, it's Dusty Likens, and I can't think of any other reason why this season has been perfect other than the fact that you have the ability to grab a Surfside iced tea and vodka or a Surfside lemonade and vodka at the K, and now you can get Surfside absolutely anywhere across the Royals network, including your favorite outlets in Kansas. Grab a delicious Surfside today. It's only 100 calories, and the best part, 0 bubbles, so that means 0 troubles. So it's easy to sip and enjoy while you're at the game or hanging out at a tailgate. Ask for Surfside at your local bar and liquor store and grab it at the game. Must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
It's football season and snacking season, and nothing goes better with football and snacking better than Daisy Dips. And now Daisy came out with a delicious Daisy French onion dip and a Daisy ranch dip, and these are a game changer. From chips to wings to veggies, they all go better with Daisy Dips. And I love dipping pretzels into the Daisy French onion dip. It's amazing. And the best part, these are delicious as homemade dips because they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients you find in your own kitchen. Look for Daisy Dips at a grocery store near you.
Century Roofing has done it again. Voted best roofing company in Johnson County for the 4th year in a row. If you didn't get your roof inspected after last year's hailstorms and your neighbors are getting new roofs, you might have damage too. Don't wait. Book your free inspection today and take advantage of our free material upgrade sale. This can mean big savings on your insurance premium. Trust the pillars of strength with female-owned Century Roofing. CenturyRoofingKC.com. That's CenturyRoofingKC.com.
Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
It's a Red Friday on 96.5 The Fan and the other place, especially with these amazing game day specials. 14-inch 2-topping pizzas for just $12 and $4 domestic OP cups. The other place with 5 great Kansas City Metro locations.
Shopping for a new Ford? Go where it's easy. Rob Sight Ford. Non-commissioned staff, huge trade-in values, and Kansas City's top-rated Ford dealer. Rob Sight Ford. ROBSIGHT.com.
Hi, I'm Dustin, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As director of diamond sourcing, it's my job to make sure every single diamond is worthy of a Shane Company engagement ring. Our team travels the world to see diamonds in person and handpick each one. That type of dedication only comes from working for a company that's been a family business since 1929. No matter your budget, your diamond is guaranteed to be the most beautiful because a friend wants you to pick from only the best. Drop by your store or shaneco.com and see for yourself. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Granger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey. More like Mira joyed that Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at Walmart.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
Paid for client betrayal and endorsement. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Give me one good reason why I should call DM Law.
How about 3 great reasons? 1, it's easy. 2, it's fast. 3, the results.
Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by the technicians you can trust with your house keys. Anthony, plumbing, heating, cooling, and electric. Missouri side 70 westbound, very heavy from Lee Summit Road out towards the Blue Ridge cutoff with an accident that I think is now off to the right shoulder. Eastbound lanes moving better in the area. Earlier problem on that side has cleared. Turn recent repairs into savings. Get up to $4,500 off a new HVAC system. Stay comfortable year-round. Schedule now at AnthonyPHCE.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
What's up, Kansas City? It's Nick Bolton. Tune in on game days to hear the play-by-play with Mitch, Danon, and Clean on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he taken any time to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly. Tell you what I really want to know.
This Maloney?
It's the time of the season for loving.
Loving.
What's your name? Who's your daddy? Fescoe and Dusty are #1, and Mac is Cougar Chow. I'm sorry, but they must be stopped. They must be stopped.
We can't.
Can't stop us.
Can't stop, won't stop. Rockefeller Records. Welcome to a Red Friday, Ryder Cup Red Friday here on Fescoe and Dusty with Mac Morey as well, or a Cougar Chow. Better look out on Saturday night, man. Better watch out. Gonna be some emo cougars out there.
Yes, there will
be. Some Cheshire Cats. Gonna be some Dude Ranch. That's awkward.
Emo cougars. Oh. What?
He said emo cooter.
No, I didn't. I said cougars,
God,
didn't I?
Play it.
Cooter.
Did I?
Oh, yeah.
I think you might have.
Skim it, baby. And we got us a drop.
Did I?
I think so.
Cooter?
He goes, emo cooter.
Maybe I did. Oh, well.
Just like outlined in black, like eyeliner. Where are you? There it is.
Cooter.
Yeah, no doubt.
One of the greatest. It's probably the greatest of all time. Either that or Charlie Weiss blaming the wind. I mean,
significant wind.
Yeah, the significant wind is still. I mean, how do you explain the momentum shift, Coach? Well, you're blaming the wind.
Yeah. He didn't need the wind.
Yeah, Charlie Weiss blamed the wind, and Alex Gordon didn't need the wind.
That's awkward.
Emo Cougars. I did. Is Jim Bob Cooter still in the NFL?
I mean,
I don't know.
Is he still with the Lions?
No, I don't
Hold on,
think
let me
so.
search the
He was
engine
with
of the
Tennessee,
web.
wasn't he?
Yeah, he was with Tennessee. He's had a cup of coffee in a few places. Jim Bob Cooter.
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 I mean, it was just so good.
Offensive coordinator, Indianapolis Colts.
Oh,
there we go.
He turned Daniel Jones around.
Yes, he's the secret.
Daniel Jones is turning it around, man. He's playing for Jim Bob Cooter.
It's even better. James Robert Cooter is
Yeah.
an American professional football coach who is the offensive coordinator of the Indianapolis Colts of the National Football League. He previously served as the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions from 15 to 18. It wasn't Ben Johnson.
No.
I'm kidding. That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it says. From
Yeah.
From Fayetteville, Tennessee.
Well, of course he's
There
from
we go.
the South.
Yeah,
I mean, with a name
yeah.
like Jim Bob.
Well, he went to the University of Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh, go Vols. There we go, Cooter.
He was he was Peyton Manning's running mate, I think, down there.
Wow.
I'm not you don't know this?
I did not know that.
Well, you better look this up.
Yeah, I better.
I think him and Peyton were there together, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike in Denver. Jim Bob Cooter is the best football coach name
Ever. And there's not even a number 2.
I'm trying to even think what would be number 2. I mean, Butch Davis is good.
Yeah, but that's not Jim Bob Cooter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
I mean, you start to look at like great sports names of all time, and like Dick Trickle will be up there as one of your great. Dickie Thon.
Richard Fitz.
Yeah.
That's his actual name.
Yeah.
It's always fun seeing a card of Richard Fitz get pulled. They're like, Richard Fitz. I'm like, come on, guys.
Come on now.
Veteran teams seem to figure it out.
They do. Yeah.
Both these teams are both veteran teams, right? Like this is, Zay Flowers been in the league enough. You've got your wings.
Well, Well, in the NFL anymore, 3 year is like a career. So you're year 2, year 3. Yeah, you're a veteran now.
No doubt about it. And then,
hey, turn your mic off, Mac. You guys are on the air.
Mitchell cuss, dude. Yeah, we don't need Mitch cussing today, man. Mitch is more turned on today than I am, and that's tough to
do. Mitch is head to toe ready to go for this one today,
joined
baby.
us in about 15 minutes, but veteran teams seem to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
We see this in a lot of sports, right? Like nobody really was talking about the a year that Freddie Freeman was having last year. Then the World Series started. You're like, oh my God, 5 straight games with a home run. That's a veteran move,
right?
You look at Salvador Perez, championship game or wild card game down the third base line, right? Base hit, Royals win. Alex Gordon, home run in Game 1 of the World Series. Hello, veteran move. Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, and this is a game in which I think we say the line way too much. Your stars have to be stars, but this is a game where it's like, hey, you guys are 1-2. You got a lot of people out there thinking that this dynasty is done. You got Gary Myers out here talking about God knows what. And then you've got the Ravens as well. And so when you look at all of this in this game.
Play the Gary Myers for those in the back.
Yeah, if you miss
because
it.
The way you set it up was as brilliant as you could. You got Gary Myers out here talking about God knows what.
I mean, it's true, man. I don't know. I have no idea what he was talking about the other day. Talking about how, we're not a dynasty and that all this sort of stuff. You've seen the picture that was on, everything as well. But
a dynasty?
Dynasty?
A dynasty, I think, is what happened in New England over a 20-year period.
Well, that's not sustainable in any sport for 20 years. I mean, that's an anomaly more than a dynasty, I would think, Gary.
Well, you're probably right. And, I guess if we're looking to establish, dynasties
and gone.
Is this a dynasty? Yeah, I don't think so. What?
Anyways, but this is a game in which I want to see the veterans make veteran plays. Like, I'm not looking at, as, Juju Smith-Schuster to be like a huge key factor, but 3rd and 6, I don't want to see that drop that I saw in that game last week. I want to see that catch be completed. Travis Kelce, let's go out there. Yeah, be emotional, but be emotional in the right way. Chris Jones, same way for you. Treat, Cray as well. Patrick Mahomes, a little more calm feet in the pocket, stuff like that. Baltimore's the same thing. Derrick Henry, stop coughing up the damn ball.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, don't take as many sacks. Mark Andrews, let's see what happens. Isaiah Likely, I think is going to play in this game. Alex is saying they weren't going to play yesterday. I think Isaiah Likely will be playing in this game. There's a chance at least. And those guys, they have to step up. This is a game in which your leaders will lead the way to victory in this matchup against Baltimore and Kansas City. Both teams wanted to.
Well, and also, too, when you have a veteran team like the Chiefs have that have been there, done that, the veteran teams know how to figure things out. I'm watching the last week of baseball, and I know you have as well. We may be the only two in Kansas City checking in on Cleveland and all this kind of stuff that's going on, right? It's exciting, and the playoff races are great in baseball. And about a month ago, everybody was writing off the Yankees, right? Oh, the Yankees stink. It's the June swoon. Oh, my God, they're not going to be any good. And here we are going into the final week of the season, and where are the Yankees? Tied for first with the Toronto Blue Jays, right? You look around sports all the time. The veteran teams that have been there before understand the rigors of a regular season. They know how to compartmentalize, but they also know how to step it up when they need to step it up. And that's why I really like the Chiefs in this one, because they are that veteran team. They are the New York Yankees. The regular season bores you a little bit. Did we talk about an NBA team getting bored by the regular season this year? I forget. I feel
Maybe
like
the
we did. Maybe the Celtics, we talked about
Cleveland.
A little bit, you get bored by the regular season when you have such a big lead, or like the Detroit Tigers this year. Clearly, I mean, they had a 15.5 game lead. They got bored, and now here we are. They're only a game up,
right.
But they're a veteran team. I'm sure they're going to figure it out, right? That's what veteran teams do. That's what good teams do. The teams that have been there before don't panic. They don't freak out. They understand what's at stake. They also understand what matters and when it matters. And I think for the Chiefs right now, they understand this game does matter. It's not an elimination game by any stretch of the means, but it makes your life easier if you win this game. And I believe deep down, when the good teams have their back against the wall, the tested teams have their back against the wall, they've been there before. They know what it takes. They find ways to win. And the Chiefs right now, they are the Yankees of football, right? They're the team that everybody hates. They're the team that always finds a way to win. They're the team that everybody wants to see go away. And here are the Yankees tied for first with 3 games to go. And here are the Chiefs making their push right now. Oh, all of a sudden, a banged-up Baltimore team, they win that. They're 2-2. Then you go to Jacksonville, and things start to turn. This is kind of that turning point game, in the season where you take off. That's what good teams do. They figure it out when they need to most.
Yeah, you got to get out there and win. The better team will prevail. I know those are cliches, but this is one of those games in which, there's 2 guns in the room, and somebody's going to get at it, right? It's going to be the Chiefs are going to do it or the Ravens are going to do it. And after this, both teams will be significantly judged on where the rest of this season
Absolutely. Goes. This is a big judgment game. You're absolutely right about that.
No doubt. I don't know how more excited this man can get to get in this studio, so we're going to bring him in here because it is Mitch Holthus in the house, in studio. We'll get to the college slate a little bit later because this is a big weekend according to Binkley. And don't forget the college football coverage on 96.5 The Fan is brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light and Tanner's are teaming up to make every college game day legendary. Every Saturday, rep your college team, catch every play, and enjoy $15 buckets only at Kansas area Tanner locations. Bud Light and Tanner's, from the stands to the bar, your game day headquarters. From the booth to the studio, Mitch Holthus joins us next here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Creed Humphrey, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Cheese Football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, every time I go to Smokehouse BBQ, I tell you they got something better and different and new on the menu. This time, it's the tacos. The brisket tacos were phenomenal. You get them with the corn elote on top, and it is a perfect taco for you to enjoy. I love the fact that they have tacos now at Smokehouse BBQ. It's some of my favorite things to eat, man. Those brisket tacos are fantastic. It's not up there quite yet with that chicken sandwich that I love from Smokehouse BBQ. Pulled chicken tossed in Cajun butter sauce on a brioche bun with some coleslaw on top, man. It is so awesome. And now we're headed to the weekend, and you know what that means. Football, tailgating, activities, all kinds of great things going on this weekend. Let Smokehouse BBQ cater your event. They do that awesome. They do it for us when we do tailgates or any parties. It's Smokehouse BBQ. It's baby back ribs. It's Cajun butter chicken wings. It's burnt ends, and it's those hickory pit beans that cook under the brisket for the final few hours to give them a flavor that nobody else can match. So check them out at one of their 3 locations in Independence, Gladstone, and Zona Rosa. And when you dine in on Tuesdays, kids will eat for $1.99 with an adult entree purchase. So they're helping you out as well. You can also do all of your catering and carry-out orders at SmokehouseBBQ.com. That's SmokehouseBBQ.com. For over 35 years, locally owned and family operated, it's Smokehouse BBQ.
Looking to drive your finances downfield? Main Street Credit Union is the hometown team you can trust. We help you build credit, lower monthly expenses, and finance with confidence. Or if you need a loan to grow your small business, we've got flexible options and no hidden fees. At Main Street, it's not just about the win, it's about keeping Kansas City moving forward. One goal, 1 yard, 1 member at a time. Get in the game at mainstreetcu.org.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Your cold is coming. Your cold is coming. When you feel a cold coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Oh, no, not before my big trip.
The big trip you've been planning is coming up, and so is your cold. But Zicam can shorten your cold and get you back to planning sooner.
Thanks, Revere.
We really should keep Zicam in the house.
Shorten your cold with Zicam.
Take it from America's most revered messenger. Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zicam.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Granger, Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Granger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Why take time out of your day for car service when the Shawnee Mission Ford mobile service team can come to you? Whether you're at school, the office, or even on the job site, our Ford certified technicians will service and inspect your vehicle. Any make, any model. Appointments start as early as 8 a.m., or we can pick up your car and even bring it to the dealership and return it when the work is done. Convenience, confidence, complete care. Schedule now at ShawneeMissionFord.com, because at Shawnee Mission Ford, we're on a mission to do more.
You're on the list for Macy's Fall VIP Sale. That means you're invited to save big on this season's top designer looks at prices you'll love. Like an extra 30% off Calvin Klein, Steve Madden, Hugo Boss, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty and fragrance from Estee Lauder, Lancome, and so many others. This only happens a few times a year. Don't miss the Fall VIP Sale. Today, only at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri signs 70 westbound recovering. Earlier problem around the Blue Ridge cutoff has cleared. Right now, still seeing slowdowns from around Lee Summit Road over towards 40 Highway. But past that, things move pretty well into downtown. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
I can't think of better music to have Heavy Metal Kingdom coming into the studio this morning. So we are blessed and happy to have the man, the myth, the legend, the best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. That's a Bret Hart quote there for you. Mitch Holthus in studio. It is brought to you by GEHA and Silverstein Eye Centers. GEHA, Government Employee Health Associations Incorporated, also brought to you by Silverstein Eye Centers. Achieve your best vision and experience outstanding patient care at Silverstein Eye Centers. Mitch, I welcome you in on a Red Friday, and let's start off with something that's bizarre this week with the Chiefs and Ravens matchup, more so with the Ravens.
The numbers.
There we are. Yeah, the numbers are crazy in this game. The fact that Lamar Jackson's got 9 touchdowns and 0 picks after 3 weeks. It's happened, I believe, 9 other times, but there's only been 1 loss combined in those 9 other times. Right. He has a quarterback rating of 140+ in 2 games, and he's lost both those games. That's not happened in the history of the National Football League. And so this is a talented, uber-talented Baltimore team, but there's just some numbers that don't add up. But I will say this feels like a playoff game in September.
You know, it kind of has that feel, and we were talking earlier, like the Baltimore-Kansas City rivalry in sports has been so one-sided with the Royals taking care of the Orioles, the Chiefs taking care of the Ravens. There's like one victory for Baltimore. And I'm listening to their stations this week, and you could just hear the in their voices, like they're beside themselves in Baltimore because of what's going on. And now you got to face the big bad Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. Somehow they're a favorite in this game, but this is not the Baltimore team, Mitch, that we're used to for 30 years.
Not on defense, and yet they've got talented guys. Now getting Van Noy back will help them, Bob. But up front, they're beaten up. Metabuke's already out.
Yeah.
I don't know if Travis Jones is going to play, but when I got back from the Kingdom show on Monday, and so I was watching it in real time like you guys were, I just couldn't believe my eyes because basically Detroit was running 2 or 3 plays and just gashing them. And I'm like, I've never seen that in a Baltimore team, even when they've had their down years. They've always been physical and tough and gnarly. And Detroit, Well, there's only been one time in Baltimore's history after, remember, the Cleveland Browns moved there, they become the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Only one time they had given up a 90-plus yard touchdown drive. They gave up 2 in one game to Detroit. So you just don't want their defense to wake up. And I think the Chiefs are going to have to get to 30 points somehow. Doesn't that feel like to you guys?
Yeah, can they get the 30 points? Or are those days like officially done of those 30
No, they're not
days?
officially done.
Okay,
In
good.
fact, the vibe this week has been, last week it was like it's getting close, it's getting closer, and that's even more so, I think, this week. Getting Xavier back will help.
Yeah.
But I think the drive to start the third quarter hopefully was the lighting the pilot light, because that was an awesome drive. 6 runs, 5 passes, 4 first down runs that yielded 6 yards a carry. Those runs set up the passes that allowed the team to go down the field. That looked like the Mahomes drives you were talking about, Dusty, when we were off the air, that we were mentioning back in 2018. So I think it's starting to get the vibe and flow. It's just going to have to be balanced, but you got to get 7s. I think you got to get to 30.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is a little bit egregious, but that play at the end of the half when Pacheco's run the opposite way and it goes behind him, Mahomes saves it. Is that kind of like a turning point type play in the season where Mahomes has to go from being the best at his skill set and quarterback to playing, deep safety, stopping a pick six going to the house? It wasn't that, but he gets the ball back, and it's essentially a game, to me, a momentum swing for sure. But that ball, if he doesn't get it, it's 2-yard line New York Giants, and who knows where that game goes. Is that one of those where you look back and let's say it's January, they're getting for the playoffs, you go, let's go back to week 2 in that Giants game when Mahomes makes that play?
Well, one, because it's so unusual, but I'm going to have it tied with Jalen Watson's interception.
Fair.
That's a gigantic play.
Mm-hmm.
And when you hold Malik Neighbors to 2 catches for 13 yards, but that's a favorite play, and Neighbors is so good that he can just go rip it away, even if Russ underthrows it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's tied because the fact that Mahomes was so aware and then to go and get the ball away from, and Bobby Okereke is a good player.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that wasn't some
strong man.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I would say, but those 2 plays were. That kind of importance because the Giants are, and then there's the 52-yard defensive pass interference penalty, and the Giants are going, why aren't we up 13-6 and we're down 9-6? Well, then that led to a halftime of let's figure this out instead of being like all over the place. And then it's when they came out roaring with the 11-play 74-yard drive. So hopefully that sequence of events gets this team rolling, and we look back on it and months later and go, yep, that's when it turned.
That was it. And Mitch, you talk about that drive coming out of half. That's been their best drive of the year. I mean, there's no debate about that.
Not even close.
Not even close, right? So what did they do? Why were they successful on that drive? And how can you replicate that this week to have more drives like that? That's the million-dollar question, right?
Well, being balanced, and I know this sounds like, oh, that's just football talk, but you got to be balanced.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they were that and committed to runs, and those were good runs. So the first play of that drive set up the second play, which was a pass. It was almost like the same action, and New York flows right to the ball, and then it's kind of a half boot play over to Hollywood Brown. And then the other thing I got excited about was the reemergence, if you will, of the jet sweep, flip pass, end around. Remember the jet sweep with Remigio?
Yep.
And he gets double digits. Okay, good. Then you get Brashard Smith now, and now you get Xavier Worthy back. That's got to be a part of this plan.
Mm-hmm.
So even things that show up like a pass in the stat sheet, like a flip pass, in essence become kind of a run. But that coming back into the side-to-side action, which slows down pass rushers, they got to think of click. I mean, Andy Reid taught me that years ago. You can block pass rushers without even touching them. But getting that back in your game and then having a 4-2 guy do that or a 4-3 guy like Brashard Smith do that, it becomes part of the equation of getting this offense back to where we want it to be.
Yeah, and I look at it this way. A lot of that sounds outstanding, but we need that line to play better. And it's not just Jawan Taylor, right? To me, Creed and Trey have to step up their level of play now, too, and make sure that interior is solidified so we can run in between those tackles. Where are you on the offensive line at this point?
Well, I'm with you on that. I think that I would agree with you, and Cray and Treed got to be those guys to plant the flag. And neither one of those guys are rah-rah guys, slap on your shoulder pad guys, but they have their way of getting their point across. But it starts with them, I think, individually. And I'm not speaking for them here, but I know those guys pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts with my game. So I've got to figure out what I'm going to do and then try to influence everybody else. One of the positive signs has been the gradual improvement of Suat Maatia at left guard. If you look at it, and I was working on this last night, is the fact that really from left tackle to all the way over to right guard, there's been no sacks allowed. And but now it's getting consistent in the run game.
Right.
Making the run block. Those guys are pretty much run blockers. I think Trey and Creed would say, let's just run the ball the first 6 times.
Yeah.
But still, to your point, that's where it starts, and Andy Reid would agree.
Yeah, what about right tackle now? Where are we going to go with Jawan Taylor? Because everybody's now talked about him, and I put my parenting cap on now. It's almost like you're on your last straw here, man. Like one more move, and you're done. Are the Chiefs feeling that way?
I can't answer that way. I was in Springfield at the beginning of the year. This is at the beginning of camp, and our affiliate in Springfield does a big blowout to start the year. I mean, they rented a theater out. It was pretty cool. But there was a guy in the front row that was like, he was going to storm the stage about Jawan Taylor. And I said, well, just hang on here a second. It's not, he's done a lot of good things. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, you just can't ignore the fact that right now he's number 1 in the league in penalties with 6. And you can't, he's just got to tighten the screws here. And I know he's trying to get advantage against pass rushers. That New York Giant front now.
It's one of the best in the NFL.
Oh, my gosh. Those guys are good. And Brian Burns, I would take him today, tomorrow, and the next day.
Yep.
All right. Still, he's looking at an edge, man. I got to gain a half-second edge here to try to win this. Not now, man. You got to lock in and line up correctly, do your job like everybody else, and get after it. But he's done it. He's done it. We just got to have him do it now in a game like this, because this game will be razor thin.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen now think of the Eagles game, the interception, the 14-point swing on the deflected pass, and that microscopic play turns into be huge. Well, it's going to be that way in this game too.
So do you think there's more like blood in the water for a Shark and Spags with his defense against that offensive line that gave up 7 sacks, or is there more blood in the water for Patrick Mahomes and that defense that has given up 40 points twice now in 3 games?
It's all of it. It's all of it, man. All of the above. It's like when I took my ACT. They said just take every answer, all of the above.
You get 5 points for just putting your name.
So and I got 6. I got a 6. I got a 6. Yeah. The one answer that was all of the above, I got that. The rest
I got a 6 too, and look at us.
Look at how we're doing. Yeah. I know we're both in therapy. That's great.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
2 days a week now.
What's your copay?
You got a therapist that takes copays? Where's that guy?
That's none of your damn business.
Well, I just got an email before I came in and say no more copays. So
I do 4 payment installments over 4 weeks.
Is there an ATM machine close?
Florida, you can pay on.
I pay the guy cash for me.
Yeah. I had a guy like that. I'm not kidding. Therapist, he goes, "You pay me cash, I'll catch you a break."
How about that? Nobody uses cash anymore. Therapists do.
Yeah, they do.
Dusty, there's a whole bunch of things going on to answer that question.
And 38 points and 41 points, not 40 in 2 games, but you get what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, these guys, 111 points. And I think that this is the best. And I was talking with Spags yesterday. We had a one-on-one, and he agreed. This is the best surrounding cast that Lamar Jackson's ever had. Bateman is better and healthy. Zay Flowers is better. And I heard you guys talking about 14 kids for Sean Alexander.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And you know why Zay Flowers wears number 4.
Is he the 4th out of 4?
He's the 4th youngest out of 14.
Oh, no way.
He's the 11th of 14.
So that's why he wears 4?
Yeah, he's
cool
the 4th youngest. I know. How about that?
A lot of flowers in that field.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
Dude. Cymbal crash. I just feel like it's so early in the morning for you to pull that off. I'm just sitting there trying to deal with it. But the fact that Lamar Jackson and play calling, let me give you another little stat. This is interesting, digging this one out.
Well, you got the Lad Bible over here, man.
Oh, yeah. We got it going on. But the fact that the Ravens are 3rd in the league in runs called in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
They're 14th in the league in runs called in the second half. Go back to the AFC Championship game. Yep. There were congressional inquiries of why the Ravens didn't run the ball in that game. They had 81 yards. It's the first time since Lamar Jackson has been the starting quarterback that the Ravens now in back-to-back games have had less than 100 yards rushing. So part of your answer is the fact that, one, will the Ravens just run it more and commit more to the run? Two, is Lamar Jackson hanging on to the ball too long? That's part of the 7 sacks, not just the offensive line. Their offensive line isn't as good as it's been. I'd say the skill guys are. And then 3, can Spags see blood in the water? But you've got to defend all points of the universe against these guys.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you talked about a spy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the spy takes somebody out of coverage.
Right.
Their tight ends are playing really well, not just Andrews. They get Likely back, and he's a weapon. We saw it last year in the opening game of the season.
Right.
There's just so much to defend here, and if you're going to commit a spy, which you almost do, King Henry's not going to fumble the ball this week. He'll sew it to the ventricle of his heart. So, yeah, you can get some sacks, but you've got to start in sequence here. And some of this is the Ravens. What will they commit to do or not commit to do?
Yeah, well, you say he won't fumble, but he has all way. Like, that's got to be part of your game plan, is to go after that ball early on Derrick Henry, right?
Yeah, I almost sent you the clip that I did with Charles Omenihu this week. And the fact that remember his play in the AFC Championship game, huge sack strip fumble.
Yep.
And Lamar never saw him coming. This is another stat. We have played him, let me figure it out. I went back and looked. We've played him 6 times. This will be the 7th game this counts the playoff game. So he's 1-5 against the Chiefs. But he's given the ball away 5 times in 6 games. And so you can get the ball out from him. He's so aware of trying to make a big play. And then you've got guys with the wingspan of Omenihu. Chris Jones has got come on, man, bring it. Same thing with Karlaftis, all those guys. But you can get the ball from him. You're not going to get it from Derrick Henry this week because he just won't let it happen. But defensively, somehow, in a game with this explosive of an offense, you have got to steal a possession somewhere. This is going to be 8 to 9 possessions. You'd love to get 2 stops, if you can, and then a steal or 2. And so it's not just the offense trying to zero in and trying to get to 30 points. In my opinion, that's not being said in the hallways. It's just me when I look at this game. It's also the defense stealing just enough to try to keep them where they're not getting their average of 38 points a game.
Yeah, this defense, though, man, they're really good. I'm talking about the Chiefs' defense. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they get talked about enough for how good a defense they truly are right now. And I know that first game against the Chargers left a lot. You know, everybody has their first impression. You see the quarterback run and Jones out of position. People are like, oh, the defense. And then you hold Philadelphia down. You held the Giants down. You know, the last 8 quarters defensively have been as good as anybody's played in the league right now.
No question. That Eagles game, you hold Jalen Hurts to 16 carries on 9 runs, and that boils down, we mentioned, to just a couple of plays. But even the fade where he just throws it up, and it's a McDuffie versus Devontae Smith play, if you make that play or just even knock it down, that game goes in the Chiefs' favor. But to your point, and we know McDuff will make that play more often than not, the DBs are playing much better, way better. Shamari Connor's playing way better. The DBs are big in this game because many times Spags will play 3 safeties in nickel, and those safeties become a spy, not a linebacker. The backers had a lot on their plate, but they've played really good. And then you get a guy like Omar Norman-Lott who's really changed the defense a little bit. Because he becomes an impactful inside player. You're not just relying on Chris Jones to make those plays, and now he's stacked him up 2 games in a row. So the whole stack-up, piecing it together one game to the next has been the most encouraging sign from this defense. But they're also, since the beginning of 2023, they're the number 1 defense in the league in scoring defense. You don't hear that stat from the narratives nationally. And they've only given up 18 points a game on an average. And that's all of 23, all of 24, and 3 games into 25.
Yeah, that's the insane thing right there. I think Matt McMullen tweeted about that earlier in the week about, the last 34 games or whatever it is, the Chiefs defense has given up less than 3 scores per game, right? And you're right, the Nationals are not talking about that. It's all about the doom and gloom because that's what gets clicks. That's what gets people riled up. The Chiefs are the Yankees. We all know that now. You want to see them fall, so you're going to skew everything and tell everybody that they're no good. Meanwhile, they got a team that's not giving up 3 touchdowns per game. I mean, that defense is not getting, back to Dusty's flowers, they're not getting enough flowers for how good they've been.
No question. And it's happening front to back. But I'm also going to tell you, it's going to take all of that to beat these guys because they're offensively, I think the Ravens are exceptional.
Yeah, I want to get into Xavier Worthy because what I'd like to see is that we have seen the emergence of Thornton being able to go down there and Mahomes kind of get back to that effort. He's down there. I'll give him a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see the run game obviously evolve in this offense with a team that's given up a ton of rushing yards, that defensive line that's super banged up coming into this. But like dream scenario, like focus Dusty here, first play of the game, play action, and send both those cats just down the field and see which one of those safeties cheats. And if you get, Marlon Humphrey or whoever to, go to one side, launch it up. Because I think this is one of those games, obviously a playoff field type game. But if you come out, Buster Douglas this thing, hit him right in the mouth, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, shoot, they're here. They're ready to go. This offense is back. Not only that, you build confidence in Taylor, you build confidence in Simmons. And the biggest games that Josh Simmons is going to play in his life. Mahomes builds that confidence of being able to stay back there and keep the feet calm. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, this is Xavier Worthy and Thornton on the same field. This is what this offense can be. This is a sneak peek of like maybe your 2 and 3 receiver coming when Rashee Rice comes back. And maybe that kind of opens the floodgates, gets that playoff field coming back to it. And maybe the confidence builds enormously after a play like that.
I'll take your Buster Douglas analogy, but I'm going to take it. I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to give a shot to the ribs because I'm going to run an Xavier Worthy jet sweep first.
Now you and Bob.
And he may get the corner like he did last year for 21 yards and a touchdown. Against the Ravens.
That's right.
Or a 35-yard touchdown he had. Against the Ravens. And that was on Marlon Humphrey's side, if I'm not mistaken. Now, what I do off of that, then with that action, you just put that in the thought process of that defense. Now you're opened up a couple plays later to find Taekwon Thornton down the field, even off play action off the jet sweep. Catch my drift here?
Like
and your jet sweep may get you
20
to 30 yards, even with a Brashard Smith or an Xavier Worthy. The thing about Taekwon Thornton is he has now done this 3 games in a row. This isn't a flash, and you're going, oh, man, that was a cool play.
Right.
And the fact that he did that back-to-back against the Giants, he runs he gets 34 yards. He didn't complete the catch, and you come right back. The analogy is you've run the 400-meter prelims, and now you got to run the finals right after that. And you run your finals race better because that's an incredible catch.
An incredible throw, too, that I don't think we
talk
about.
We take that for granted.
We really do. That throw was,
But back to Dusty's point, Taekwon Thornton, in a baseball analogy, if he's now becomes your 4th or 5th starter, you got a really good rotation. But you can set things up sequentially with him now because we know he'll run a route, we'll know he'll make a tough catch, and we know he can get behind the defense. But just sending 4 verts down there and try to get something to him, I think there's a way to get to what you want to do, but instead of taking the shot at the jaw, I might take a couple jabs at the ribs.
Yeah, I'm kind of there, too. I said I want to see Xavier Worthy on a jet sweep more than anything, right? Just run by that defense. And, as you know, if these guys are pass rushing right by him, and the defensive line is rendered useless at that point in time. And so you can do that. Now, all of a sudden, Xavier Worthy gets that jet sweep, that run. The defense is like, all right, now we got to consider that. We got to think about that. We used to talk about it all the time and still do. Like, you do stuff in preseason games or, you show some stuff maybe in a game that maybe you're not going to use, but it makes the other team think. Like the Chiefs do a great job of making the other team prepare for stuff that they're never going to see.
Well, and I think the Bosa boys wake up in the middle of the night and see jet sweeps. They see McKinnon running under their armpit for a touchdown, or when Max Crosby's at the tap parlor, he's thinking of the jet sweep going right by him. But that side-to-side also helps your inside run game.
Right.
But I like Dusty's point, the fact that you now have Thornton, who is that guy who doesn't have to be Xavier Worthy to run by your defensive third level.
Yeah.
But you get the ball to him in unique ways where he can complete that play.
No doubt, Mitch. We appreciate the time with you today. Didn't do my best to stay focused with the
Stay focused. We haven't even done that yet.
I know.
I see you drifting. Even in this segment, I saw your eyes drift.
I mean, I got the Ryder Cup behind you. I got your voice in my head. I got all this sort of stuff. I'm thinking about Thornton and Xavier Worthy streaking
You've got
down
your
the field.
EU shirt on for the Ryder Cup, too.
You better believe it,
Are you
man.
for the EU in this?
I wish.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm for the United
I do want to
States.
go to the Ryder Cup, though.
That's a bucket list. It's definitely a bucket list. But
That'd
Mitch,
you're going to have Matt in here later, right? Is he coming in?
He's
Or
not
got a
coming in
call?
today. No, yeah.
You can ask him about West Point.
Oh, yeah. How was it? Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It's the best place on earth.
Well, I've been
I
there.
love it.
I've been there a couple times now. Oh my gosh,
I love it there.
Matt goes, I wouldn't last 5 minutes in this place.
So that's what my mother-in-law told me. Yeah, because that was my dream school. I wanted to go to West Point, right? My mother-in-law goes, "You never would have made it."
Did your D in general math keep you out?
It was an F.
Oh God. Yeah.
Well, hey, man, have a good call.
Thanks, guys.
I'll do my best to stay focused.
Please.
Do my best.
All
That's
right.
Mitch Holthus, brought to you by GEHA, Government Employee Health Associations Incorporated, also brought to you by Silverstein Eye Centers. Achieve your best vision and experience outstanding patient care at Silverstein Eye Centers. Coming up next, Mac Morey gives us one word here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Chris Jones, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, my friends over at Park and Go make it so easy and delightful to park at the airport because, number one, all spots are covered parking, and that is fantastic. Every time you go to the airport, you know your car is going to be protected, whether it's those winter snow, ice elements, or the rain in the spring and summer, or even that hot summer heat. You want your car protected. Park and Go takes care of your car with all covered parking, and they make it so easy to make your reservation. As soon as I make my flight reservation, I go to bookparkandgo.com or their easy-to-use app, and I make my parking reservation. I also prepay because when I prepay, I save money. And I like saving money, and so do you. So make sure you prepay at Park and Go. Then on the day of my flight, I show up, I scan my reservation, and I go right to the covered parking spot they have reserved for me. And as soon as I get there, the van is there to meet me and take me right to the airport terminal. No waiting at all. And when I get back, I just grab my bags, walk outside, the van is there, I jump on it, and it's right back to the trunk of my car. So join their frequent parker program like we did and earn points towards free parking. Reserve your spot today at bookparkandgo.com. The best deals in parking. Bookparkandgo.com. Park and Go, family owned and operated.
You could be on the 50 at GEHA Field for the official coin toss at a Chiefs home game this season. Enter to win at Chiefs.com/GEHA. GEHA is the proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
This October, the whole family can ride along for the wildest weekend in Kansas City. PBR Outlaw Days, October 3rd through the 5th at T-Mobile Center. Cheer on your Kansas City Outlaws as they battle the world's best on the dirt, under the lights. KansasCityOutlaws.com. Get your tickets now at PBR.com. Kansas City Outlaws, all grit and no quit.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
I'm Mitch Holthus, voice of the Kansas City Chiefs. Choosing the best doctor for your eyes is one of the most important medical decisions you'll ever make. Whether you're considering blade-free LASIK, all laser cataract surgery, and premium lens implants, or want a world-renowned doctor to help with your glaucoma, macular degeneration, dry eyes, or diabetes, trust my doctor, Dr. Steven Silverstein. Call Silverstein Eye Centers to make an appointment, 816-358-3600. Experience the best eye care in Kansas City.
Tulsa is my home now.
Academy Award nominee Sylvester Stallone stars in the Paramount Plus original series, Tulsa King.
This distillery is a very interesting business, and we gotta know the enemy.
From Taylor Sheridan, co-creator of Landman.
What are you saying? I'm a rat! If you think you're gonna take me out, it's gonna be really difficult.
Tulsa King, new season now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Huge savings on Dell AI PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors are here, and they're newly designed to help you do more faster. They can generate code, edit images, multitask without lag, draft emails, summarize documents, create live translations, and even extend your battery life. That's the power of Dell AI with Intel inside. Upgrade today by visiting Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Granger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Granger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
You're on the list for Macy's Fall VIP Sale. That means you're invited to save big on this season's top designer looks at prices you'll love. Like an extra 30% off Calvin Klein, Steve Madden, Hugo Boss, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty and fragrance from Estee Lauder, Lancome, and so many others. This only happens a few times a year. Don't miss the Fall VIP Sale. Today, only at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Hey, almost Andy Reid here. It's been an honor to give back to the community that's embraced me being almost your head coach. Thanks for letting me be part of your team. Rener Garage Door is a teammate of mine that also values the community that they served for decades. Always giving back and delivering wins with top brands like Geldon, Amar, and Liftmaster. Need a repair or replacement? Get a free estimate today. Forward and back.
R-E-N-N-E-R, R-E-N-N-E-R.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
670 eastbound heavy as you cross I-35 heading into the downtown loop. Stays pretty slow to Grand. 35 northbound heavy from around 20th Street into downtown. With that, things are slow in the Grandview Triangle. 470 westbound, then 435 westbound off again on again slow from Holmes to the state line. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan traffic.
One word.
First name is blank, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor. You get one word.
On the count of three, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin. A Red Friday, one word, baby. Let's get it going on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Red Ryder Cup
Thank you.
Friday.
Sorry about that. My apologies.
Red Ryder BB gun.
Red Rocket.
Well,
BBL stinky.
Yeah, well.
Exactly.
I don't understand how she commented on that, you know.
Well, somebody's been making rumors about my BBL stink.
Well, I mean, it wasn't me. I mean,
hey.
BBL stinky. I didn't start the rumors. I've never met her.
I know how to clean a fat ass. All right, let's keep going.
That's a drop.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, look who, man. BBL stinky.
That's an actual sentence. Oh,
Hello,
here
America.
we are.
Hello, America.
Yeah.
All right, Mac.
BBL stinky.
There it is. That's my one word.
All right, one word. Let's start with Mitch. I don't know the exact cut yet, so no audio, just me reenacting what Mitch said. Basically, he said Chiefs are going to score 30 points this Sunday. One word.
Scary.
Agreed.
That was the first thing that I kind of thought of. 30 points. Okay.
Whoa.
If you can have a drive like you did to start the second half and build off of that, let's go. But that needs to be from start one. That needs to be from Jump Street. So they need to do that right from the beginning. So it's going to be a tough task for this offense to go out there and put up 30. They don't do that on the reg anymore. 35-0 Chiefs.
Interesting. Because if you have to put up 30, that means your defense is struggling. I'd like this game to look a lot like that Philly
That's
game.
the other thing, yeah.
But yeah, I'd like this game to look like the Philly game, but in reverse. I'd like to see us winning 20-17. I don't care how you do this one. Just get it done. Move on. Get your game against Jacksonville. Get back to, over 500, and then bring on Rashee Rice and those Las Vegas. Who belong in the XFL.
I do like him doing the highlights on Monday nights still. It's still fun for me to watch Boomer do the highlights and him and Booker do the show now on ESPN Plus, and him and Tom Jackson. It's a great show back in the day.
Yeah, Boomer's still got his thing, man.
He does.
He's
and
still
it's
got
still
his
fun.
thing. Yep.
Like he coined Indiana Jones, and now everybody's stealing it.
Gosh, he's so good at doing that. That's his thing, man. Tua says quarterbacking is his thing as well. Cam Newton, I guess, was talking some smack. Tua didn't like it. This
Cam Newton just making enemies all over the place.
That's what Tua Tagovailoa had to say about it.
I heard Cam Newton say it the other night.
Well, anybody can play quarterback in this league then. I mean, I want to see anybody on the streets come and play quarterback. I mean, Cam's doing his thing for sure, but, you know, I think it's easier to be able to hold a clicker and talk about it that way, or talk about what someone else is doing wrong when you're not going out and having to do the same as them, right? So I think it's easy to do that. I think anybody can do that. I don't think anybody can play quarterback.
Tagovailoa is making more than Patrick Mahomes, Herbert, Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Baker, Mayfield, Stafford, Jaden Daniels. Newton said, "Am I pocket watching? No, I'm putting things into perspective here."
Yeah, that's what Cam said.
Yeah,
right?
that is what Cam Newton said on Tua Tagovailoa, and that was Tua's response.
And so, from Tua's standpoint, you can't let that bother you. You can't let that get under your skin. So the one word that I want to use is thin-skinned on Tua, because he's clearly dialed into what Cam Newton was saying. But I will also tell Tua, who cares what Cam Newton has to say? I mean, the guy hasn't been relevant in football since 2015. That's 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, 2020, he played with New England in the COVID year. It was terrible. But he has not been part of a relevant operation for about 10 years in the NFL.
Yeah.
He's bitter, man.
It's fine. Yeah, he's relevant is what he's doing. He's trying to stay relevant with his bizarre outfits of choice. Hey, that's his style. Do your thing, Cam. But you're not right. That's the thing. It's fine. Keep arguing with the gritty guy out in Philadelphia. That's where your humor is.
My one word would be Taekwon for Tua. Taekwon Thornton tweeted about it. When you're having rough days or when you're not maybe doing your best, stay off of Twitter. And maybe even when you are doing your best, just stay off social media is decent advice. Tua Tagovailoa, brother, you're a veteran. Stay off of Twitter, man.
Well, stay off of Twitter, but also stop paying attention to what, Dan Orlovsky and Cam Newton. How is their career related to yours? I think you probably, Cam obviously went to the Super Bowl and had the MVP, and he's been really, really good. But it was a spurt of a Cam Newton career. It wasn't his entire career. And so, to focus on yourself, man. Don't worry what washed-up guys on television are saying
Cam
about
Newton's
your game.
also the same guy that said he would keep his MVP instead of having a Super Bowl
That's
trophy.
exactly right. Yeah. Cam Newton also still thinks he can play today.
100%. Yeah, he thinks he belongs under center. It's ridiculous. Shador Sanders thinks he belongs under center. He thinks he's a starting quarterback. He says that, he's better than a lot of the quarterbacks in the league right now. Is pretty much verbatim what he said. One word on Shador Sanders, the third string.
Dumb. And here's what I'll say. Patrick Mahomes' first year in Kansas City. Didn't do interviews, didn't do anything, laid low. You barely knew he was part of the organization. Shador Sanders ought to take a page out of Patrick Mahomes' book and just do what the team asks you to do. I understand people come up to you and they want to get your thoughts on all this. Say no. You're the third quarterback on the roster. That's the way you should look at it. Like Patrick Mahomes did. I'm the backup. I'm not playing here. There's no reason to talk to me. Shador Sanders making it about himself instead of saying, hey, man, this is our guy. I'm the third string quarterback here, and I got to focus on being the best I can for Cleveland. I don't have time to talk today. Do that. But he goes out there and says he's better than most quarterbacks in the NFL. There are some bad quarterbacks out there. But you know what? Instead of talking, Shador, go out there and win the job in Cleveland. Go out there and play so good in practice that they can't keep you off the field.
Yeah, I'd just say my one word is silence, man. Like you said, 5th-round draft pick. Your whole entire pre-career has been judged on how you're a prima donna, you're selfish, you had your draft room all decked out, you waited, you didn't get the starting job, you're in Cleveland. Dude, just, 1,000 deaths by silence, man. Just, when you get your opportunity, let your game be loud, let your mouth be silent, because unfortunately you have put yourself in this situation. If it was reversed, that's why Jaden Daniels can talk now, man. They say Jaden Daniels talks too much. Well, he talks too much because he was the rookie of the year and went to the NFC Championship in his first year. Talk all you want, kid.
Last week in a regular season baseball, multiple pennant races occurring. Playoffs wild card begin Tuesday. One word.
Fun. The high holy days of Major League Baseball are here, and they're giving it to us this week with great pennant races in the Central and the East of the American League. the possible collapse of the Tigers, the possible collapse of the Mets. Like, it's got everything that you could want right now rolling in to the final weekend of the season, except our team, and they hung in there for a very long time, obviously, this year. But, man, this is it. This is great. These last 3 days of Major League Baseball is for everything right now. It's fun.
No doubt about it, man. It's electric. It's absolutely electric because you have the Yankees and Blue Jays tied. You have Cleveland and the Tigers tied, but the Tigers have the disadvantage with the tiebreaker there. Seattle's clinched their division in the AL. You look at the wild card situation. Houston's a game back. Cleveland's got their division. They're tied. Detroit, everything can happen. It's electric. It's baseball. It's fun, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's you just had to wait till game 162, unfortunately.
Yeah. Quick one word on Ryder Cup weekend.
USA.
For me, one word.
America.
Life. Man,
I know that I'm hard.
Had to go play golf yesterday because I had the itch so bad. Here we are at the 8 o'clock hour, so we get to our day job, which is What's in the Script here on 96.5, The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
This is voice of the Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for K-State Athletics, 96.5, The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Hey guys, it's Dusty Likens. Let me tell you about my friends over at GiveMeTheVin.com because I'm sure you've got a car that you're trying to get rid of. Well, I can tell you how to do it easily with GiveMeTheVin.com because they want to buy your car, whether it is your daily driver pickup truck, SUV, minivan, supercar, or exotic. So say goodbye to dealing with all those dealerships and private sale tire kickers and get a true buy offer for your car. GiveMeTheVin.com puts your car right on the money, providing you with a hassle-free online option to sell your car for more. It's as simple as going to GiveMeTheVin.com and entering your car's VIN number or license plate number. You'll get an offer on your car in minutes. That is way above any dealer quote. You can go to one of their pickup locations or they'll even come to you. It's as easy and it's fast. GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer. Hit it, boys.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Pro Savings Days at Lowe's means up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $1,000 when you buy 4 select LG major appliances.
Valid through 9/26. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
It's football season and snacking season, and nothing goes better with football and snacking better than Daisy Dips. And now Daisy came out with a delicious Daisy French onion dip and a Daisy ranch dip, and these are a game changer. From chips to wings to veggies, they all go better with Daisy Dips. And I love dipping pretzels into the Daisy French onion dip. It's amazing. And the best part, these are delicious as homemade dips because they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients you find in your own kitchen. Look for Daisy Dips at a grocery store near you.
NFL Sunday's coming. You've got your crew, your couch, your snacks, your slate. And FanDuel's coming in with something extra. This isn't just another NFL Sunday. It's your chance to place that perfect parlay or hit your go-to player prop. And now we're making it even better because this week FanDuel's bringing the bonus. That's right. Right now, all customers can get a 50% profit boost on any NFL bet. However you play your game, FanDuel's got your back with something extra in your account because that's what Sundays should feel like. Visit FanDuel.com/Alex to download the app and get in on the action before kickoff. FanDuel Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL and 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Kansas. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under agreement with Kansas Star Casino, LLC. Gambling problem? Getting help is your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com.
It's a Red Friday on 96.5 The Fan, and the other place is your sports watching headquarters this fall. Now with 5 great area locations: Shawnee, Olathe, downtown Overland Park, Mission, and Belton. Enjoy Red Friday specials all day.
Sports brought to you by the Salvation Army and registertoring.com.
Make it a tradition. Grab your friends or family and ring bells together for the Salvation Army. Just 2 hours can change lives this holiday season. Sign up today at registertoring.com. That's registertoring.com.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Heading towards downtown 35 northbound, gets heavy past the state line and stays very slow, not quite to Southwest Boulevard with an accident reporting. 670 eastbound heavy into downtown from Wyoming Street over past 35. Things move better around Main Street. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Listen to the Royals and A's this Sunday on the Fan AM 610 with Vern's on Deck show starting at 1. This is your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
O'clock hour here on 96.5 The Fan. Bob Fescoe, McMorey, Dusty Likens all with you on a Ryder Cup Red Friday. Red Ryder Cup Friday, right? Have you guys seen the Christmas movies starting to show up on your queue and like Netflix? And
No, I mean, there was
HBO?
Christmas in July on Hallmark.
Is your tree up yet?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
Next week.
No.
Next week.
Not yet. Got to get through Halloween first.
Yeah, starting to see those crazy Halloween decorations.
Oh, the ones over on Ward Parkway are the best. They put these full, like, not even life-size skeletons. They're like gigantic.
Like 10-foot ones?
No, 100-foot ones. Like seriously, go down Ward Parkway, drive around by Loose Park, look at some of the front yards.
Okay, sweet.
They've got these massive skeletons. I say 100. It's definitely not 10. It's somewhere in between, like, I don't know, 25, 30, 40-foot high, like huge skeletons in their yards.
There's this house I walk by on my route in downtown Lee Summit that has just like, it looks like the Exorcist lady in his window upstairs, like in this glass opening. That's it. So like when you walk by and you look over, you're like, oh.
During Halloween or all year?
Well, you know, no, I haven't noticed it until the other day. So, yeah.
Hey, young boy, come here. I've got some porridge for you.
I think I'll keep walking. It is that time of the day where we get into the script on a Friday where we do our best to plan what we think will happen. And Mac, your name's at the top.
All right, my name is at the top. You know,
that's what I just said.
Mitch kind of, sorry, getting the music going. Mitch kind of made me not as confident, but you know what? I'm going to go with what I've got, right? Here we go. Gone back and forth on this all week, but the Chiefs are not losing 2 home games in a row, especially as underdogs. So this is the most complete we're going to have seen this offense, not only from a roster perspective, but from actually on the field play perspective. We've seen Taekwon get involved. Xavier's back. This run defense is porous. We're going to see some good run from both Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. Xavier Worthy's going to score. Pacheco's going to score. The defense is not going to be as good necessarily as people want it to be because Lamar is a cheat code. And so I wanted to get people prepared for that. Derrick Henry's not going to fumble every game. He's not going to fumble this Sunday. But the Chiefs will win in a tight game. They'll have to drive down the field at the end of the game to win it. Kelsey will catch 2 clutch passes. The Chiefs will win 24-20. Lower scoring than Mitch Holthus.
Yeah, I think 30 is the safe number for the Chiefs, right? If you can get to 30, you're really feeling good about yourself.
Yes.
I think that works in any game in the NFL. So for me, the second half of last week's game was the breakthrough that the Chiefs needed on offense, and now they get to add Worthy back into the mix. You heard Mitch talk about that as well. That first drive in the second half was imperative for this team. The Chiefs will be playing with extra juice having Xavier Worthy back, and it opens up so much. We'll see the running game work. We'll see over 100 yards for the Chiefs, not counting Patrick Mahomes' rushing yards for this organization. Worthy will have a 45-yard or more reception and score, and Travis gets back into the end zone as well, atoning for the drop INT versus the Eagles 2 weeks ago. He needs to show big in this game. He had a rough one last week, had a rough one the week before. It's time to show up big for this game. No more yelling on the sidelines. Go out there, use that energy, and produce. The defense, I do believe they will force Henry to fumble. Chiefs win this game 35-0.
In the words of the great Jim Ross, I think this game is going to be a real slobber knocker. I think that the Chiefs get Thornton and Worthy going early. How they use Xavier will be interesting. Like, is he ready to get live action? Or is he just going to be a decoy? I'm yet to decide on what I think that's actually going to be, but we will see in this game. We find out early because Andy will always tell us in the plays, right? We know when he gets a new guy in his offense, the first ball goes right to him. When he gets a guy back, we're going to see if he's ready to go at Arrowhead on Sunday. Mahomes looks real good, I think, in this game. and has all these Norwalls out there talking garbage that, he's taking a tier down. This is Josh Allen. This is his league now. This is not Mahomes is dominant anymore. Well, it's time to put those people to bed and be quiet. I think the Chiefs' D has a big turnover late in this game. What that turnover is, I don't know, but time will tell. And I see this one as I like it, 28-20 Ravens.
What?
Just kidding. I've got it 28-20 Chiefs in this game for Week 4's matchup.
I love the late turnover part of your script so much.
We've seen it twice for the Ravens. I don't know who's going to do it, but somebody's going to do it.
That's a key one. Be watching that game. 4 minutes or less. Ravens are going down the field. Interception, fumble, strip sack.
I mean, you want to see a guy like Karlaftis step up, man.
That's the time.
I can't imagine any more time better than now than Ravens have the ball, down 8, 35-yard line, right there. Victory formation.
And he's so good at chasing the quarterback from his behind. Like he's fast, so he can kind of chase him from the back. And I think that's his best case scenario. With what we saw, Lamar get sacked 7 times. At least 4 of them were him just standing at the line of scrimmage, someone from behind him chasing him and tackling him. So
the Chiefs, as Mitch and company were pointing out earlier, in the last 3 years, they're giving up less than 21 points per game.
18, yeah.
18 some points per game. Why isn't that talked about enough? Why don't we discuss that more? That's a hell of a run that this Chiefs defense has been on. It ain't stopping on Sunday. Okay? It ain't stopping on Sunday. These guys are pissed off. They're putting their foot in the ground, and they're going to continue to beat the Baltimore Ravens. It's time for this team to turn that corner. It started last week. They got to that red light. They're sitting there. They're waiting for that red light to turn green, and boom, there they go. Down the freaking street, leaving everybody in their wake.
The Ravens have given up 4 sacks on average a game.
That's a lot.
Lamar Jackson's been sacked 12 times in 3 games.
That's a lot.
7 of which came last week. But, 10 times in the last 2 weeks, 12 times in 3 weeks he's been sacked.
And we have a defense that is arguably the best in the NFL. And if we've got the best defense in the NFL from a points per game perspective, why can't we do what the last 2 teams have done against Lamar Jackson, and that's sack his ass?
From the 816, he's calling for 4 sacks and a turnover for the Chiefs defense and predicting 27-24.
If we have 4 sacks and a turnover, we win going away. We're leaving at the 2-minute warning. We're walking out of that stadium feeling really good if we have 4 sacks and a turnover on defense on Sunday. Do you guys agree with that? That's big. As Mitch talked about, he goes, we get 8 or 9 possessions in a game.
We'll see what that offense looks
like. You get 2 stops, you get a turnover. Yeah, that's feeling really good, man. That's feeling really good.
It's a good recipe. I will say to what Dusty said, I'm curious on what this offense is going to look like. We talked about how bad this Ravens defense is. I mean, what is the repercussion? What does Monday morning look like if we come in and this Chiefs offense couldn't get going? Like, what's the conversation then?
Yeah, well, we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah,
exactly.
But you can't continue to, fall back on that, right? Like everybody has injuries in the NFL.
Got to figure it out.
Like this week, there's no excuse for the offense this week.
Nope.
Get it going.
You haven't had Rashee Rice for 16 weeks.
I mean, we haven't had Rashee Rice since week 2 of last year.
I mean, it was 4, but
was it week 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's played in 3 weeks, 3 games in the last year and a half. Like, we got to stop using that as the fallback. We went 15-2 without Rashee Rice last year. Found ways to get it done without Rashee Rice last year. So you got 2 more games or so, 3 more games to figure it out with Rashee Rice. Monday morning, if they lose and the offense doesn't produce, Rashee Rice is not the excuse. We have to see what happened, before we can sit here. Because I would say right now, Andy didn't run the ball. It's calling it now. If they lose and it's an offense, Andy didn't run the ball. You got to run the ball.
Over under 2.5 sacks the Chiefs get.
I'll take 3. So
yeah, I'm gonna be aggressive. I'm gonna take the over on this one. Yeah, based on the numbers that Dusty gave. Yeah, I think you have to look at the over on that one. This is up to the Chiefs defense. Man up, go get his ass.
I mean, there's an advantage there to me. If you take all the advantages and disadvantages, there's more advantages towards the Chiefs side. 1, it's a home game. 2, Mahomes. 3, Andy Reid, and then 4, I think that the pressure to win this game is more on Baltimore. You take those things, you put them together, and then you face them and you say, okay, that's where a little bit more of my confidence lies in the Chiefs. And I know what the defense can do. What can the offense do? Because Xavier Worthy's back. Taekwon Thornton's shown that he's, a diamond in the rough is what Dana Hughes called him yesterday on Cody and Gold. and what that can do for everybody else. And then can 74 just get his ass in gear? Because guys, I'm not kidding you. I will lose my effing mind if they throw a deep ball to Xavier Worthy in the first quarter and he catches it for a 75-yard touchdown and there's laundry on the field and it's, you know.
You ain't going to be the only one, man. Like, that may be the breaking point for 76,000 fans at the game.
Wow.
I'm being serious
and
about
I have that fear in my head that that's going to happen.
I know.
I'm
We all
sorry.
do.
I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy. I am worried to death that we see something like that.
Yeah, because, you're not wrong, because his body of work has shown that that's the case.
It's going to happen. Just depends on when.
Yeah, because the big play, holding number 74, false start number 74, lined up, offsides number 74. You got to pull him out of the game at that. I don't know if we will hear boos louder ever and have before if there's a penalty on 74 that costs the Chiefs a big play.
Travis Kelce might leave in a motorcade.
I may leave. I mean, seriously, like, Travis may just leave the game at that point in time.
You might have to.
For his own good.
Just go.
And I wouldn't blame him. I'm not! Enough! 74! Go to Lewisburg, dude!
Yeah, right. That is What's in the Script, presented by Foaling. Get your foal on. Knock that middle pin down on your first throw. Game's over. Taking a nice piece of, like a nice pie in there, some pizza and foal around, find out. Coming up next, we give a Ryder Cup update here on 96.5 The Fan. Plus, we talk about how Tony G was
harsh
right
words.
about. Yeah, well, sometimes the truth hurts here on 96.5 The Fan. Your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Tune in to hear Mitch Holthus every Friday at 7:20, right here on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens. If there's one thing I know, it's zero troubles with zero bubbles, and it's been the perfect season to grab a Surfside iced tea and vodka or a Surfside lemonade and vodka at the K. And now you can get Surfside absolutely anywhere across the Royals network, including your favorite outlets in Kansas. Grab a delicious Surfside today. It's only 100 calories, and the best part, zero bubbles for zero troubles. So it's easy to sip and enjoy while you're at the game or hanging out at a tailgate. Ask for Surfside at your local bar and liquor store and grab it at the game. Must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
Get your home ready for the change in seasons with a $69 HVAC tune-up from Hamilton Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Rooter. Our pros can help you lower energy costs, prevent costly breakdowns, and make sure your system is running at peak efficiency right when you need it most. And it's all backed by our exceptional service guarantee. Over 40 years experience and more than 8,000 five-star reviews are great reasons to trust Hamilton. Visit callhamilton.com for details, terms, and conditions. License number 2025-11121.
Tired of paying big city prices? Head to New Century Ram, Jeep, Dodge, and Payola, where honest, good people are ready to help you save. No fancy city overhead, just real savings. Looking for a new Ram, Jeep, or Dodge, or maybe a quality used vehicle? Their selection is online and ready to browse. And the best part? New Century is only a 20-minute drive south of the city, and you can save thousands just by coming down. New Century Ram, Jeep, Dodge. Remember, you'll always pay less in Payola and always deal with good people you can trust.
Another summer is ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive, perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time, maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Heartland Men's Health and get treated for your low T. Because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600. That's 844-447-6600. Or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than Saquon Barkley, the NFL's reigning leading rusher. I'm also the NFL's leading husher. Shh, Hush up back there. Wow, I might have just set the hushing record. Well, almost. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
Your cold is coming. Your cold is coming. When you feel a cold coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Oh, no, not before my big trip.
The big trip you've been planning is coming up, and so is your cold. But Zicam can shorten your cold and get you back to planning sooner.
Thanks, Revere.
We really should keep Zicam in the house.
Shorten your cold with Zicam.
Take it from America's most revered messenger. Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zicam.com.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Granger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Whether you're looking for a Bronco, an Explorer, an F-150, or even a commercial vehicle, Robside Ford has the selection.
That's right, Kevin. We've got it all. And we've got the lowest prices in Kansas City. No gimmicks, just great deals on every new Ford.
And it's not just inventory, it's how you do business. Robside Ford makes it very simple.
We do it different on purpose. Non-commissioned sales team, upfront transparent pricing, top dollar trade-in values, and a process that's actually easy.
You've even got the reputation to back it up, Bobby. Kansas City's only top-rated Ford dealer on Google. 4.8 stars, 3,000 reviews. Wow.
And this year, we're proud to be voted Best Car Dealership in KC by Kansas City Magazine.
So if you're ready for a better car buying experience,
come see us at 135th and State Line or check us out at robsight.com.
From Broncos to F-150s to work trucks, Robside Ford has what you need.
If you want simple and easy, you're not going to find a better spot.
Robside Ford. Buy right. Drive happy.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Heading towards downtown 35 northbound, very heavy right now with an accident before Southwest Boulevard. That has built delays across the state line, solid from South 7th Street trafficway and still building northbound. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan traffic.
Don't need a button to choke, Rory. Thank you. Yeah.
That's right. Right now, man, the early session not going in the United States' favor. A lot of people will be like, oh, could have told you that. Last year in the morning session, the European team started off 4-0. Before that, dominant. 2021, the U.S. was up 3-1. 2018, 3-1, and then 2016, they were at 4-0. So still a ton of golf to play here as Justin Thomas and Bryson DeChambeau looking to win the hole against Hatton and Rahm. John Rahm might have had the shot of the tournament already.
Oh, my God.
He's from your neighbor's lawn that hasn't been mowed in 6 months because their house got foreclosed and put it within 10 feet of the green of the putt. And it's just, just one of those things, man, where this is the best of the best of the best, sir. Rahm Hatton, they are up 1 through 10, so they've made the turn in the opening group. The United States currently only winning one match in this first session in the morning.
They got to get their ass in gear.
Yeah, the Europeans of, obviously Victor Hovland's team, they're up 5 through 8.
We can't lose to a country that's not as old as we are.
Fair points. But no, the Ryder Cup is awesome for those of you that don't watch golf. I know there was a text earlier that was like, great golf, sweet. Wish you'd like pull this about sports that you don't care about. Well, the thing is, like, this is different. This is a different style of tournament. It's 3 days. It's, obviously alternate shot, foursomes here in the first day or two. And then Sunday, you hope that it's, if you're American, obviously, or you're Europe, you hope that you've ran away with it by then so you can sit back and relax. Mm-hmm. But for us that love sports and that love those moments, this is where, like, legacies are made, right? This is where you've seen in history. You can Google search it, like Ryder Cup memories, and it'll have those Sunday matchups of Nicholas versus, Montgomery or whoever it might have been when they played back in the, the days of the Ryder Cup. And, the United States currently leads the overall Ryder Cup standings, I believe, at 27-15. Now, it's been alternate the last 4 Ryder Cups. USA won, the Europeans won, and the USA won, and then the Europeans won the last one in 2023. When it was overseas. This one is in Bethpage Black. It is in the suburbs of New York. Public course, monster course, tough course. But this is just one of those things, man. It's like what you mentioned earlier, which I thought was a great analogy, which is, the 4 nations hockey.
Yeah.
This is United States basketball in the Olympics.
Right.
This is, Team USA in the World Cup, right? This is where a lot of guys that represent your country that maybe you don't even know who they are, right? Like, I didn't know much about the hockey players when they played the 4 Nations Championship,
right.
But then I knew who the Tkachuk brothers were.
Yeah.
And then I found myself watching hockey a couple weeks after it, being like, where's those Tkachuk guys? Well, that one guy played hurt, and he's out for the rest of the season, but he's playing with like a broken shoulder.
He had to beat up the Canadians.
Just to go out there and wrap yourself around the flag. And this is one of those things where, I know Saturday and Sunday are flooded with college football and the NFL, but this matchup, obviously on the East Coast, is an hour earlier for us because they were teeing off at 6 o'clock our time, which is obviously 7 over there in New York. But like this is one of those things where, like, I always get the question asked, Dusty, would you rather go to Sunday at Augusta or any one of the Ryder Cup matches? And it's tough, man, because I think that Magnolia Lane would be awesome to drive down. I feel like you still hear the piano, even though it's not being played. You hear it when you drive in. So it'd be tough to give up Augusta Sunday, but to go to a Ryder Cup where you can heckle, you can have fun, it's accepted. It's great. And I know there's some people that say, Americans look bad. The crowd's too much. That's what this is about.
But that's what sports is about. I mean, we see this all the time on Sundays in NFL venues and in college venues, right? We see the rowdiness of fans. And to me, like, I'm not a golf fan, that, but I'm a fan of this because it's us versus the world, right? And that's what we can all rally around. And I think that's what's cool about this is you don't have to be a golf fan or a hockey fan or a soccer fan or anything like that to pack power and light and cheer on Team USA. And that's exactly what this is. I mean, it's a little bit different because it's not one of your 4 major sports that you watch on TV every night and whatnot. But this is still Team USA versus another continent, another nation, Europe, right? So we want to go out there and take care of business. And I think as an American, you definitely get behind this and figure out what it means. I mean, this means a lot to win and to dominate the world. It's good to have those bragging rights. And it's good in sports, man. Like, ever since the USA beat, the Russians in hockey back in 1980, we've taken this pride for our national teams. And this is exactly what this is. It just happens to be golf. It's not about the golf. It's about Team USA beating Team Europe and finding a way to win and, get this thing back to the United States as a champion. That's what this is all about.
No doubt about it. This is Rory McIlroy. Yeah. Cranberries get a remix in your head, Rory, not zombie. This was Ian Poulter. If you want to get really wrapped up in the American flag, this is what he had to say about the Americans.
American golf fans are better than European golf fans.
I don't even know where to start. There's no, mashed potato and all that that you hear is madness. In the hole, get in the hole. It's a 600-yard par 5, you idiot.
You ever turned around and said that?
I actually just want to borrow the taser or like the security guard just to let one go per hole would be amazing. Imagine that, you got one taser per hole. That'd be awesome. How good, right between the eyes. Have it.
You've actually thought this through.
Has the heckling gone too far then?
It's not heckling, it's just complete and utter embarrassing stupidity. We don't get that at the Open Championship. You don't get it anywhere. Like, it's only in America the stupidness comes out.
Yeah, kiss my ass.
Well, I will just say, yes, that's what we are, though. The stupidness does come out in America. Have you looked around? I mean, we are idiots. That's what we do. Have you seen the crowd as we talk about? We have gentlemen dressed up like the bald eagle in the crowd today. Yeah. And then they got the guy from Scotland in a nice polo.
Yeah, you gotta be unique, man.
Yes, we are a little bit different, and we love it, and we embrace it, and we may be the bombastic group at the party and whatnot,
right?
But that's who we are, and that's who you have to be. You can't be somebody else, right? You can't be, you can't be fake. You got to be true to who you are, and in America, we're very true to who we are, and the taunting and the is all fun. I know it's not highbrow and all that kind of stuff. But back to your would you rather go to the Masters type thing, I'd rather go to this, and I'd rather go to the one in Phoenix, the Phoenix Open, and go out there and have fun, because those are parties. Those are fun. It's not, all about I better be quiet and pay attention and watch the golf. While it would be great to go to the Masters, having an event like this where it's a party and everybody's having a good time, that's what I'd like to go to.
I don't have to worry about being selected. So give you a scorecard recap here, and then we'll get back into the Red Friday edition of the Chiefs. Terrell Hatton, John Ram are 1 up against DeChambeau and Thomas. Fitzpatrick and Oberg are 4 up against Scheffler and Henley. McIlroy and Fleetwood are 5 up through 8. The previous matchup, Fitzpatrick and Oberg, they are through 9 up 4. McIlroy and Fleetwood are up 5 through 8, and the one USA team that is up is Schauffele and Cantley. They're up 1 on McIntyre and Hovland. So got to make some putts, got to make some noise, got to hopefully get out of here with a split, go 2-2, go in the afternoon session. Same groups will play again in the afternoon.
Okay.
And hopefully you can split there, get into Saturday, and kind of keep things close. But yeah, the Team Europe, 8 of the last 10 Ryder Cups have gone to the European team, 2 most recently to the United States, I believe in 2018 and 2021. 2019, 2021, whatever it was. I think they might have missed one year because of COVID. But either way, 2 of the last 10 have gone to the United States. The 8 have gone to Team Europe. But that is a Ryder Cup update there for you, for all of you golf fans out there. I love you. I appreciate you. The other ones are saying, I'll stick to football and baseball. Get bent. We'll get to our Chiefs parlay. Yeah, exactly. We'll get to our Chiefs parlay here in a little bit later on today. But Tony Gonzalez had something to say about Russell Wilson. You would say that truth hurts when it comes to what he had to say about Russ Wilson, because, I think I'm still here. I think I might want to stay here. I got more left in me is what Russell Wilson basically said. And Tony Gonzalez says, if there was somebody who played himself out of the Hall of Fame, it's Russell Wilson. I mean, that's insane. I thought we had the audio. I couldn't find it. But
I can't find it either. I thought we did.
Either way you want to look at it, that is the quote. It says, Tony Gonzalez says, if there ever was somebody who played himself out of the Hall of Fame, it's Russell Wilson. Richard Sherman barked back with...
Of course, Richard Sherman piles on.
He says, without that legendary defense in Seattle, he's been 4-11, 7-8, 0-3 to start with the Giants.
Yeah, it's been rough since he left Seattle. Everybody knows that, right?
Wilson.
But, I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. Hearing Tony Gonzalez say those comments from a Hall of Famer, by the way, I think it's one of the harshest criticisms I've ever heard an announcer make in an NFL game on a player. And usually when you're working for Amazon, CBS, all those places that cover the NFL, and you're working for an NFL broadcast, you're really not that critical, right? You can make some criticisms and whatnot, but the harsh criticism is normally left for us, the people on talk radio or in the newspaper, however you want to put it, right? The guys who are employed by the NFL, because they always say these announcers are under the employment of the CBS, but, by production of the NFL or whoever, they get to select their guys, and they want it to be a good, family, fun broadcast, positive broadcast. You don't hear a lot of criticism. That comment by Tony Gonzalez last night about Russell Wilson is one of the harshest things I've ever heard on an NFL broadcast. And the reason it's harsh, Dusty, is because he has a really good point right now. Russell Wilson has accomplished so much, but what we've seen in Russell Wilson in the last 5 years of his career after he left Seattle is a major part of the story right now. And, you look at a guy like Russell Wilson, the glory days are very, very far behind. I mean, he hit that 30-year mark, and he has kind of fallen off the cliff. If he stays around this league and continues to play and perform the way he is performing right now, and his performance continues to dissipate, it may be hard to get Russell Wilson into the Hall of Fame. I still think he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. He's won a Super Bowl. He put up fantastic numbers regardless of what defense he had. He still put up great offensive numbers. He went to back-to-back Super Bowls. He was a bad play call away from winning 2 Super Bowls. But I think right now, hearing Tony Gonzalez say that, you got to think if Russell Wilson continues on this path, he may play himself out of the Hall of Fame. I don't know that we've ever seen that happen before, where somebody plays themselves out of the Hall of Fame once they've kind of already made it in by their career. But what Russell Wilson is doing one hell of a job of trying to tell the folks who vote for him to get into Canton, pass on me. My whole career was not a Hall of Fame career. 5 years at the end is a long time to have a bad career from Russell Wilson.
I know a lot of people think the years that you're talking about that were great were really overrated. I mean, you mentioned the defense. Offense was really good, too, around him.
That's what I'm saying.
Great around him.
Yeah.
And that offensive line was really good, but he still got sacked all the time. I know that's getting nerdy, but he was a terrible quarterback for his offensive line and still is.
Yeah, still
he does not help his offensive line. He holds the ball too long. I don't know. I don't hate this take at all.
I don't hate this take.
I'm kind of with it. Yeah.
The more I think about it, the more I'm like, God, if he continues to go this way, maybe, because you got to look at the entire body of work. You know, you're not a Hall of Famer based on, 5 years of greatness and then 10 years of nothingness, right? So I think it's going to be interesting to see how they now vote. I still think he gets in because of the Super Bowls, but he's making a case for himself not to be in the Hall of Fame right now. Do you think he's a Hall of Famer?
I don't. I'm going to say no.
Is Flacco a Hall of Famer?
No.
Okay.
No.
Both with Super Bowl rings. I mean, Trent Dilfer's not a Super Bowl Hall of Famer. Brad Johnson's not a Hall of Famer.
For sure.
They have rings.
But this is a different era now where all of a sudden if you win a Super Bowl, you're considered better than Dan Marino, right?
Yeah.
No, seriously, people lose their minds, you know?
You could say that Russell Wilson is the same as Brad Johnson. Like, they both had elite defenses, and all they had to do was go out there and play the game. Now, that's a little bit of a shade shot at Russ. But again, like, you think about that defense, man, like, it was known as the Legion of Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was a defense. It wasn't like, man, they got this defense and, dude, they got Russell Wilson. Like, Russell Wilson lost them a Super Bowl. He threw an interception.
He did throw the interception,
I'm sorry,
too. Yeah, like, it was a terrible play call, but he threw it.
He's the quarterback. He could have done what Jameis Winston did and was like, hey, man, we ain't doing that. We're running the ball up the middle. Like, I'm sorry, let's ride.
Right.
Yeah. And also, I want to
that would have showed you leadership, too, if he would have done something
I also want to have
that.
this conversation. How much of Russell Wilson's attitude and his demeanor and his ways, how much of that has kind of given shade? Because, look, what we found out is that when he left Seattle, they couldn't get a hold of him. Like Richard Sherman, Marshawn Lynch, he did not have their numbers.
No, they did not have their numbers.
He shunned them, and then what do you get? You get Tony Gonzalez saying he's played himself out of the Hall of Fame, and then Richard Sherman, who was his teammate, who apparently got his number lost from Russell Wilson's, orthodox of numbers, was like, yeah, he rode the back of the defense. I mean, dude, your attitude kind of shifted your whole perspective of where you went.
Well, it's amazing how much winning covers up. Look at the Tyreek Hill situation here in Kansas City. They won. He was not a pain in the ass. He goes to Miami. They lose. We know what kind of pain in the ass Tyreek Hill is, right? We knew coming in Tyreek Hill was a pain in the ass, but the Chiefs did a really good job of making sure he wasn't a pain in the ass here in Kansas City. And then he goes to Miami. He's a pain in the ass. And Russell Wilson is kind of one of those guys, when you're winning, everything looks good. Remember, he beat out a guy that they signed in the offseason to like a $40 million contract. Matt Flynn, I think his name was, to be the quarterback in Seattle. Russell Wilson was drafted in the third round, won the job, which was a brilliant move by Pete Carroll at the time. I don't care that we paid this guy. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, Jawan Taylor here. Let's go. They legitimately paid that quarterback, Matt Flynn, like $45 million because he had one great game with the Packers. And he came over to Seattle, got his ass. They allowed Russell Wilson to beat him out in preseason. And he took off and ran from there. And when winning was good, you didn't hear much about Russell Wilson. But once the losses started and then he went to Denver, you realize what a dork he is and how unrelatable he is, too. And if that's the guy that's leading a locker room of 52 other guys and he's talking about, the nonsensical stuff that he's talking about, you don't relate to others. You're not a good teammate. You're not somebody that people want to rally around. And I think that's where Russell Wilson is right now. I don't think he's a guy that people really want to be a teammate with. Richard Sherman has taken every opportunity to throw dirt on top of that grave for Russell Wilson. And, when you're kind of, nasty to people going up, when you need somebody to catch you on the way down, we've talked about it with Dabo Sweeney and some of these other guys, ain't nobody there to catch you. Like, there are people waiting to kick dirt on Russell Wilson's grave right now.
You had both these names in your important players this weekend of Chiefs versus the Ravens as we swing over to that matchup. And Mitch Holthus, who was kind enough to join us in studio as he's on the show every Friday at 7:15, had this to say where it starts with Trey and Creed.
And neither one of those guys are rah-rah guys, slap on your shoulder pad guys, but they have their way of getting their point across. But it starts with them, I think, individually. And I'm not speaking for them here, but I know those guys pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts with my game. So I've got to figure out what I'm going to do and then try to influence everybody else. One of the positive signs has been the gradual improvement of Suamatia at left guard. If you look at it, and I was working on this last night, is the fact that really from left tackle to all the way over to right guard, there's been no sacks allowed. And but now it's getting consistent in the run game.
So again, we kind of saw this, but the narrative is flipped. Week 1, we were told that the Chargers' offensive line was busted and they're going to move all over to left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
And their offensive line kind of said, F you guys,
Right.
watch this, right? And so there's that sort of situation. Now we go to this situation. And what have we been told? The Ravens' defensive line is absolutely beat up, and you should take advantage of this, win, get that push immediately, just be dominant. Well, it starts with Trey and Creed.
Mitch said Cray and Treed, too.
Yeah,
I mean, he
hard.
did. No, it's really become something that's very difficult. And Mitch just said it, and just kind of continued on. I'm like, okay, he's saying it, too. So it's not just Dusty and I that can't say Trey and Creed.
Right.
It's Cray and Treed. It's we're all going with now, right? But no, it is up to them. I mean, that was a remarkable stat that the only guy who's given up a sack on the offensive line is Jawan Taylor. Yet here we are saying that Jawan Taylor is still going out there and doing a nice job when he's the only offensive, lineman that has given up a sack. That was the most interesting thing that we took away, I think, from Mitch this morning. Everybody leading up to Jawan Taylor has been sackless this year, except that's sackless. And then you got Jawan Taylor, who's given up sacks out there. So he's not even fitting the faux narrative that maybe Mac and I have created over the last year for Jawan Taylor, right? The 4 other guys.
You guys didn't wear your Jawan Taylor jerseys.
I thought about it. Mac and I decided not to.
I don't like showing up early on a Friday.
Because we're living here in Jawan Town.
No, we definitely are not.
All the coaches are.
Yeah, well, they are right now. But, I mean, it's got to give, man. One way or the other. Either Jawan Taylor goes out there and plays a perfect game this weekend and balls his ass out, or Jalen Moore is going to get out there and he's going to play, and we're going to see what he had. Otherwise, you wasted $10 million if we're going to continue down this route.
Is Jawan Taylor the starting right tackle for the Chiefs all season?
I hope not.
Bob. This week it'll go a long way in determining that, but I think it will go a long way. I do believe. I hope I should say, but I do believe with all of my heart, Andy Reid's the best coach we've ever seen in this game. If this guy can't go out there and do what he needs to do, and it costs this team anything, I just don't see how, for the mental well-being of the rest of your players, coaches, and fans, you can continue. Because Jawan Taylor's play right now is having a negative mental effect on everybody associated with the Kansas City Chiefs.
This is Mitch Holthus on Jawan Taylor.
He's done a lot of good things, but I mean, you just can't ignore the fact that right now he's number 1 in the league in penalties with 6, and you can't. He's just got to tighten the screws here. And I know he's trying to get advantage against pass rushers. That New York Giant front now.
It's one of the best in the NFL.
Oh, my gosh. Those guys are good. And Brian Burns, I would take him today, tomorrow, and the next day.
Yep.
All right. Still, he's looking at an edge, man. I got to gain a half-second edge here to try to win this. Not now, man. You got to lock in and line up correctly, do your job like everybody else, and get after it. But he's done it. He's done it. We just got to have him do it now in a game like this, because this game will be razor, razor thin.
That's what I said, man. Cigarette type game. After it's over, you're Ben Affleck's meme where you're outside and you got it down to your waist. You're looking to the sky going, Lord, please help me. Because, again, I hope that the conversation that Andy Reid had with this man was not, hey, you're going to be all right, buddy. You'll be okay. Go out there and be you. I hope it's like, the stern Andy that we hear all the time about, like, oh, you mess up. You don't want to hear Andy. Like, Travis Kelce said it on the podcast. Like, yeah, well, when I mess up. And then even Jason Kelce's like, yeah, when Andy gets mad, when he's there, like, you don't want to be there. And I hope that that's what it was, because this can't keep happening. And I will lose my ass if there's a deep play touchdown. Holding, 74, offense, replay, third down.
He can't keep getting away with it.
Well, right, like if he gets called for a big penalty like that and somebody melts down and walks out of the stadium or something, like, and just quits, in the middle of I don't blame them for that, because that's the mindset that we're all in. And you've got this, Twitter account out there called NFL Ref Stats, and they've got, for the group this week, that's Clay Martin is the official. The Chiefs are 7-0 when Clay Martin refs their games, but 40% of their penalties are called via false start and offensive holding in 2025. I mean, like, this is the ref crew.
Shiza.
So maybe Andy set this up on purpose to get a holding penalty and whatnot. So the Ravens are the only team to not have accepted an offensive holding penalty in 2025, too. So they're not doing a lot of holding. Maybe that changes this week. This crew likes to call a lot of holdings and false starts. Jawan, they're going to be looking at you, man.
Well, let's hopefully get over it. Coming up next, we do our Friday Chiefs parlay. Two of the same, one different. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Trey Smith, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
That leaf pile is 100 feet tall. Your dad can't handle this. Not without the right equipment.
Yard work piling up? Gear up for fall with John Deere. Get $750 off select mowers, $2,000 off select Gator UVs, and $3,000 off select compact tractors.
Did I hear your dad got a John Deere? Yep, bad day to be a leaf pile.
Gear up for fall at an authorized John Deere dealer, now through September 30th. Learn more at johndeere.com/gearupforfall.
You're on the list for Macy's Fall VIP Sale. That means you're invited to save big on this season's top designer looks at prices you'll love. Like an extra 30% off Calvin Klein, Steve Madden, Hugo Boss, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty and fragrance from Estee Lauder, Lancome, and so many others. This only happens a few times a year. Don't miss the Fall VIP Sale. Today, only at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Football's back, and Underdog is the best place to select entries and win money all season long, and you can play right now in the state of Missouri. And playing on Underdog is easy. Just choose whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. Get your entries right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. And you can play with as little as $1. I love the Underdog app, especially this time of the year. Multiple sports going on, combining entries from different sports into one selection is how I love playing on the Underdog app. So download the app today and sign up with promo code BOB to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5 with promo code BOB. Millions of fans have already won billions making plays on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog. Make plays, win money. Must be 18 and over and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Granger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Here we go.
This week, it's a must-see matchup as Lamar and the Ravens visit Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Oh, my goodness.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
This report is brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Kansas side, 35 northbound, a little slow from Antioch up to 635. Then you may see a lingering slowdown before Cambridge Circle, but the earlier problem on the Missouri side around Southwest Boulevard has cleared, and those delays starting to unwind. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
United States of America is absolutely getting their ass whipped at the Ryder Cup. It is not good. 2 European teams up 4, 1 through 10, 1 through 11, and Rom.
Say that again?
Okay, so 3 European teams are winning.
Okay.
To the 1 United States team winning.
Okay.
Rom and Hatton are up 2 on DeChambeau and Thomas. They just took my graphic away, but I got it right here on my phone. So to give you a Ryder Cup update, it's not pretty for the United States in the morning session. You've got Hatton and Rom, they're up 2 through 12. Fitzpatrick and Oberg, they're up 4 through 11. And McElroy and Fleetwood, I believe, are up 5 through 10. And Schauffele and Cantley are the only American team up. They're up 1 against McIntyre and Hovland.
It really takes the taunting down a notch. You're getting your ass kicked.
Well, and that's
harder.
And that's what they tell you, man. You want to silence a crowd, go up there and shut them up.
Well,
right?
it's true. And
if Baltimore comes into Kansas City and the first play is Zay Flowers over the top for 65 yards and a touchdown, those homes of the Chiefs guys, it's going to be, shoot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. And then the Chiefs would score and you bring everybody back together. But that's the way it's going right now. It ain't good on American soil for Team USA at the Ryder Cup.
Can we get a redo on this one and start this thing over?
Yeah, you get an afternoon session.
Afternoon session.
But you don't want to be down 3-1.
No.
You want it to be 2-2. Now, if it is 3-1, then you got to go out there and you got to win 3-1, even this thing up, get to Saturday, and we do it all over again. So, but yeah, Team Europe is kicking some serious ace.
Mm-hmm.
So every week we give you a parlay on Friday. So that should be kind of a fun way to do it. You can either you can follow or you can fade, and you'd be winning if you would say, which you can't really I don't know. You could take the under. You can't really go against Bob because it's not that capability. But we do it every week. Mac, Bob, myself, we give you a leg We put them together. It's a 3-leg parlay. We give you the odds. You can either fade or you can follow it. Bob, what do you got this week?
Well, I got Travis Kelce anytime touchdown plus 175.
Man, that number's getting bad.
Well, no, it's still not plus 180 like it was on opening
Is
night.
that what it was opening night?
It hasn't been back to that one yet. But, I mean, look, dude, it's time. It's time to make up and make amends for that Philadelphia game. It's time to make amends for melting down on the sidelines for 3 straight games, even if Jawan Taylor may have caused it. Go out there and use that energy, catch a touchdown pass. Let's go, Travis.
I mean, yeah, he should have 3 right now.
He should.
He's been in the position. He's gotten the ball.
Yeah.
Just has not executed. He has not finished the plays. And you got to think, okay, the greatest or second greatest tight end of all time is going to figure that out, right? He's going to remedy that. He's going to rectify
If
that.
he's
going
the
to get in the
second,
end zone.
who's the number 1 in your book?
Gronkowski.
Yeah, I would say he's the
Gronk
first.
still,
But
okay. I was thinking Tony G, because
Yeah.
of we talked about him this morning, and Gronk. That's
peak Gronk,
Yeah.
career Kelce.
Right.
But for me, on the Friday Chiefs parlay, give me going back to the well.
Dude,
I'm
every time.
going back to the well.
Week 1 by Isaiah Pacheco. Week 2, Kareem Hunt. Week 3.
Kareem Hunt worked. Isaiah Pacheco has not. We're going to go back to it, though. This run defense is bad. I think Kareem Hunt and Pacheco are basically just going to get 10 carries each, pretty much each week. They're about the same. They're going to get 10.
Maybe that's all they're capable of right now.
Exactly. That's all they trust. That's all they're capable of. So Pacheco over 34.5 at minus 114 on both FanDuel and DraftKings. That's pretty much the odds. Is minus
So that's
114.
low. The odds negative number means they think that it's going to happen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a good sign. That means okay, maybe they will try to run the football this week if we're getting negative money on over unders at 34.5. I mean, that's not a big number, but I think for a Chiefs running back at this point,
yes,
it
exactly.
sure seems like it is a big number.
Well, if he had 10 carries for 35 or 3.5 yards a carry, it's not the worst. It's not great, but
no,
it's not great.
It's not great,
but it's a first down.
It's a first down and 3 carries.
You could also have that on one play.
Yes, that would be amazing.
Yeah, you'd love that. He runs.
Yeah.
All
I
the
know
way-
that I'm hard.
First play of the drive, he runs all the way to the 1-yard line, gets tackled, throw touchdown, Kelce.
Boom.
All right, Chiefs just win because the last leg of the parlay is me on the money line for the Chiefs at plus 126. That's good juice, man. If you really believe in your team and you want an extra boost to what you want to do, I might just lay a Benjamin on the Chiefs money line.
Love it.
I mean, come on, man. Patrick Mahomes now 0-2 as an underdog at home. That's got to change. You're playing a beaten team mentally, physically, everywhere. You're at home. They're on a short week. Come on, man. It's in Arrowhead, right? Like, we're back. We've been away. We're home. We've been away. We're home. This is 325. This is Nance and Romo. This is Arrowhead. You got Xavier Worthy back. Full week of practice, actually doing more than he did the last week. Because a lot of people have been like, how do you know he's playing? He's playing.
Yeah.
He's going to play.
Oh, he's going to be in there. I don't know how much he's going to play. I mean, I have no clue, but I know that he's going to be playing. And I like that money line juice. I like plus 126. So Pacheco over 34.5 from Dr. Mackenstein. A Kelce anytime touchdown from Dr. Bob at plus 175. And then myself, Dr. D, maybe not. Chiefs money line plus 126. You add all that together. This is weird.
This is weird.
It's very weird.
I don't understand
We need to go ask
this.
Alex this because on FanDuel, the 3 legs are plus 595.
Yeah.
But if you put those same numbers in with the same odds, per se,
are they the same odds too?
I mean,
it's like
legitimately,
it's what Mac. I think it was. He said it was plus 125 money line for the Chiefs on FanDuel.
As opposed to plus
126.
Okay, so it's the
and
same.
the Kelce anytime touchdown was plus 170 instead of 175.
But that shouldn't make this big a difference, right?
Because on DraftKings,
And
it's plus 675.
That's
yeah.
over, I mean,
So
that's
take
almost
it on DraftKings.
Yeah.
It's an 80-point difference.
Right.
From FanDuel to
I mean, just think
DraftKings.
about that. Let's say you put a $10 bet on it, you win $59.50. You put a $10 bet on the DraftKings one, you win $67.50.
Yeah,
it's
like,
hello.
crazy. Yeah.
I don't
McFly.
understand that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Anyone
usually
home?
you see I'm always impressed that 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, 999 times out of 1,000, every sports book is the same. So I've always wondered, like, is there a, when they find a new pope and they put the white smoke up in the air, they call it like a conclave or something like that. Do they have a conclave of sports book guys like on Sunday night, Monday morning? I'd love a behind the scenes thing of that, of how all this comes out, like how they create the odds and how they're all relatively exact among each other when there's so many different entities and so many different states and so many different places where you can now go make these bets. And for all intents and purposes, except for this one, it's like a Major League Baseball umpire. When it's off, you go, oh, my God, that guy blew a call. You don't recognize the 99 great calls that he made, right?
100%.
Same thing with this. I'm like, this is off a little bit. but all the time, these odds are identical across the board. I would love to know how that happens and how that takes place. Is there a conclave every Sunday night to talk about NFL, or maybe there's a conclave every night with these guys? I just don't know the answer to that question.
Yeah, it's weird because even the touchdown odds for Kelsey, I said plus 175 and 170. The 170 is on DraftKings. It's more juice on the FanDuel, but if you look at the parlay, it's way more juice for DraftKings when you put all three together. So
maybe there's some sort of FanDuel or DraftKings parlay booster that they use, or I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there to figure out how it's so different.
Yeah, they're calculating it way differently.
That is interesting.
But this could be our first winner here, guys. Come on. We're 0 for 3.
Yeah, we're not asking for a lot in this game.
We're not.
I mean, we're asking for 35 yards rushing from a running back. We're asking for a touchdown from a Hall of Fame tight end, and we're asking for a win at home.
Get a win, damn it.
Come on.
It's not that hard. It's not like we're asking them to go out there and reinvent the wheel or something like that. This is basic stuff.
Can somebody make a sign this weekend that has our parlays in the crowd and then check each box as it happens? Then just put 965 the fan. And when you put the fan, put the arrow pointing to you.
Heck yes.
Ka-ching.
No, I'm gonna tail us this week. Let's
You
go.
are?
Yep. I didn't last week, but I feel good about this.
This seems like a winnable one for us this
It's a good
week.
threesome.
And that's a really good threesome. And I'll be honest with you, like, the two of those things have to happen this week. We've got to be able to run the ball effectively, right? Like, we're not asking for 1,000 yards rushing in one game. We've got to be able to run the ball effectively. And maybe at the end of the day, the numbers don't look sexy, but you know an effective running game if you see it. Like, if we're running the ball effectively and Patrick's at 300 and 310 yards or something, that means the running game did a nice job that day, right? I mean, for like, you're looking at it now. That means the running backs did a good job. They've got to do a good job for the Chiefs to have a chance to win this game on Sunday. They've got to go out there and be a good running back in this one.
If they combine for over 80 yards, you happy? But Kareem Hunt and Pacheco, that is, on the ground?
No, I think
you need 100.
Yeah, I would like, but again, circumstance, of the game. And Dusty's right too. Circumstance says in this game, their defense can be run upon.
Yeah.
If they lose the game and they only have 80 yards rushing on like 12 attempts, now we're talking about Andy Reid.
Yes, 100%.
Now we're going, Andy, what were you doing in that game?
The Baltimore Ravens give up 149 yards a game. That's 30th best in the NFL. No, I would not be happy with 80.
No, 80's not enough. It just isn't. You've got to run the ball.
I don't want 45 from Mahomes to count as that.
No, that
part
doesn't
of that.
count. No, that does not count.
No, I want a absolute onslaught of running the ball. Like, I want to go up 14-3, start the third quarter, and then just slow death of running. Here's 6, here's 4, here's 5, here's 6, here's 3.
Mm-hmm.
Boom!
Run the clock.
21-3.
Don't let them back on the field. Death by 1,000 paper cuts. That kind of thing. Like, we need that. Let's go. I know that I'm hard. If I can guarantee you the Chiefs rush for 120 yards or Jawan Taylor's penalty free, which are you taking?
Jawan Taylor's penalty free.
I am too, because I think that's harder to do.
Coming up next, we get to Sean Smith. He joins us every Friday at 9 o'clock. Buckle up, Kansas City. 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
This is Fescoe and Dusty. Tune in to hear from ESPN's Nate Taylor every Thursday at 8:20, right here on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Calling all Chiefs fans. You could be on the field at the 50 inside GEHA Field for the official coin toss at a Chiefs home game this season. Visit Chiefs.com/GEHA now. Enter to win a chance to be on the field for a once-in-a-lifetime view of the pregame coin toss.
Call it in the air.
Plus, you can score other exclusive prizes. Enter for a chance to win at Chiefs.com/GEHA. GEHA is a proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hi, I'm John Ray, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. Getting engaged? So friends, listen up. Shane Company engagement rings are protected with our all-inclusive free lifetime warranty. We stand behind the same quality we've offered since 1929. Our rings are crafted to last. It's why our warranty is the only one that protects your center stone. We also cover repairs, resizings, cleanings, and so much more. That's money you keep for you and your family. Because a friend always has your back. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
It's a Red Friday on 96.5 The Fan and the other place, especially with these great game day specials. 8 wings and a basket of tots for $12 plus $4 domestic OP cups. The other place, the next best thing to being at the game.
I'm Mitch Holthus, voice of the Chiefs. Everyone develops cataracts naturally as they get older. When your vision is affected by cataracts, you should see my doctor, Dr. Steven Silverstein at Silverstein Eye Centers. Dr. Silverstein is a world-renowned cataract surgeon who performs life-changing laser-assisted cataract surgery with premium lens implants to correct your vision up close and far away. Trust my eye doctor, Dr. Steven Silverstein, Silverstein Eye Centers, 816-358-3600 to schedule an appointment.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Granger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Granger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, listen to this. All it needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Sports brought to you by the Salvation Army and registertoring.com.
KC Companies, give back this holiday season. Adopt a kettle with the Salvation Army. Get your team out ringing bells for a great cause. Adopt a block of shifts or full days. Go to registertoring.com and make a difference. That's registertoring.com.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Missouri side 29 southbound slowing into downtown, crossing the Bond Bridge. Stay slow into the downtown loop. Heading in Lee Summit, US 50 eastbound, very heavy approaching 3rd Street. Stay slow for maybe half a mile with an accident past 3rd. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Wildcat fans, this is Wyatt Thompson. Tune in all season long to the play-by-play of the 2025 football season, right here on your home for K-State Athletics, 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
All right, we're back at it, rolling through a Red Friday here on 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty with you. Mac Morey along as well as we get closer and closer and closer till 10 o'clock and closer to the Ravens-Chiefs on Sunday. He joins us every single Friday at 9 o'clock. He is former Chiefs defensive lineman Sean Smith. And Sean, another big one here for this operation. To me, it comes down to one thing and one thing only, being able to run that dang football against those Baltimore Ravens. How do you see this one shaping up?
Man, I see it shaping up, like you say, running the ball against the Baltimore Ravens. But it's not just a must-win game for us. It's a must-win game for either both teams, Ravens and the Chiefs. In order for the Chiefs to win, though, I mean, we got to protect Mahomes. We got to exploit the blitzes by the Ravens and win the time of possession, I feel.
Yeah.
Just being honest.
What are we doing about Jawan Taylor, Sean?
I'm still playing him. He got to get through this. It's just adversity is a part of the game. You just can't have the full start, the offsides penalties. Need to work more on this craft and trust yourself, believe in yourself, to be honest with you. I mean, you made it this far to the pros. It's something, the reason they're paying you. So you got to figure it out. Fine-tune your game, whether it's fix your stance, get more upright, worry about his kick set a little bit more, and be able to sit down and handle the bull rush and some of the speed, the power that the guys are using against him. I mean, hell, he practiced against Colossus in practice every day, so you should be getting better, but then again, you never know.
When you look at this Ravens defensive line, Sean, and it seems to be pretty beat up, what do they have to do to try to hold the line with all those injuries?
As you see, they got exploited by the Lions last week. And that's a good thing. They beat up. Like you said, they beat up. So we got to really emphasize on running the ball. Pacheco and Kareem Hunt got to get going. Either that or I've been seeing everybody talking about trading for Alvin Kamara. I don't know about Kamara. I just think we just need a thumper. If we're going to trade for somebody, I'll take the kid from the Jets, Bryce Hall.
Yeah, I'd love to have him, man. Brees Hall would be fantastic here, yeah.
I like him. I watched him coming out of college. I watched him train for the combine and everything, but he had a great year, then he got hurt. And for him to come back from his injury, he still has his explosiveness, and he's still young. So I feel like, the longevity of running backs is not a long time in the NFL no more. And the only way that's going to work is if you have a two-back system like Knuckles and what's that? The kid? Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic and Knuckles. So I think that's what the Chiefs really, we got to get Pacheco going and Kareem Hunt going. Bring it back to the old school days when we had Jamal Charles and Thomas Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And been able to get there. And that's why we won a lot of games back then, because we was able to run the ball.
No doubt. Sean, where are you at with Lamar Jackson? You seen enough in the regular season? He's got to be a postseason guy, or does it matter?
If that's the case, Lamar Jackson is just like Josh Allen. Can't win the big game. The Charles Barkley of basketball. Can't win the big game to play in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. No, for sure. And then also, I want to bring this up to you because we haven't seen this ever in the NFL with Derrick Henry having fumble issues. If you're a defensive lineman, man, you're throwing haymakers at that football the entire game, correct? I mean, I know they do that in general, but especially with Derrick Henry these days, fumbling in 3 consecutive games.
As the young generation say, he's washed.
Derrick Henry's washed?
He's a little washed. You're too old in your career to be fumbling right now. You're too old in your career right now. You know what I mean? That's something a rookie would do, or a second-year guy coming up from the practice squad doesn't have experience. Now, all of a sudden, all this hard training you do and all this tough with the chains and the thing, you need to practice working on protecting the football.
I'd be going after that football like it's nobody's business this week, Sean.
Yeah.
I think that's so imperative. I mean, I grabbed that like you grabbed that guy's balls, man.
I don't know about all that, Bob, but yeah, like I grab a beer or something, or when I grab a joint, when I roll up. But yeah, I understand that, Bob. But yeah,
roll up. You best believe, Sean. We're off the rails, man.
We love you too. That's why it's Dusty and I talk about it every week. This time just makes us smile so much when we get the opportunity to talk to you because you keep it real, bro. Like you do. Like you're not here giving us the political speeches and all that PC stuff that a lot of people do. You keep it real, and so that's why I want to ask you if you're going up against Jawan Taylor this week. What are you doing on the defensive line?
Well, if I'm going against Jawan Taylor this week, to be honest with you, I'm just going to use power and get in his head, mess with him early, just talk to him, just keep messing with him, because that's the biggest thing. It's more mental than physical. Mm-hmm. When I got you psyched out in your head, now you're just going to be jumping. Now, if I beat you one time, now you're going to worry about that again. Now I'm going to come with another move, and get y'all in third and long situations. So.
What do you, from what you've seen from Lamar Jackson, get sacked 7 times last week, and it looked like Mac was going nuts, our producer over here, about how much he could have just taken off, and he's not. He's
turning. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
He's turned into. Everybody used to say, "Oh, he could run. That's all he does." And now he wants to prove everybody wrong. He's a passer, and don't get me wrong, his arm strength is there. He can throw the ball, but. He's trying to look for the home run. Take what the defense give you. Them 5 yards, if you ran, you live another down to get to the next big play that you're trying to get. He's still sometimes, I'm not going to say immature, but basically immature at the QB position when it's the time, his decision-making. Yeah. And that's what he's lacking. He's a playmaker, don't get me wrong. Game on the line, I mean, Baltimore has a lot of things. Like the Chiefs defense, we have a lot to worry about. I know we talking about offense, but shoot, we got to worry about the offense. They got Bateman, they got Andrews, they got weapons over there too. It's just a matter of them clicking or us getting going before they do.
Yeah, and this Chiefs defense, though, Sean, has been really good for, basically the last 3 years. They're 34 games or whatever it is. They're only giving up 18-some points per game. How are they able to stay that consistent for 3 consecutive years where they're giving up less than 3 touchdowns per ball game?
Because of scrappiness of Bolton Kalafris, Chris Jones, just my boy 55. Everybody. I mean, this is collective. Even though taking it back to the first game of the season when we lost, we should have won. If we didn't have to travel that far to Brazil, we win the game. I'll be honest with you. I think the travel has something to do with it too, and also my boy being outside his rush lane.
When you look at this game, the Chiefs will win this game because of what, and they will lose this game because of what?
The Chiefs will lose this game because if they don't protect Mahomes and we don't execute. I feel like this game is going to come down to a special teams play. I know I say it every week, but as you see, even like last night, what it came down to, and Kyler Murray and them came back and came down to a field goal. Game-winning field goal. You lose the game. So I believe special teams is the key. We need something big. We haven't had no big returns. No, I mean, I hate talking about the glory days, but when you had Destin McCluster, even though kickoff return and kickoff rules have changed a little bit, I still think if a guy get a block and you got a speedy guy back there, you should be getting the ball at the 50 every time it's not going home run.
Are you worried about the kicker, though?
No. I mean, they got rid of, are you worried about our kicker?
Yeah, Bucker, yeah.
No, he's just in a little slump, man. He probably need to go down to the dispensary down there and get his mind right, and then, things will be all right for him.
No doubt. That's what I do. That's what I do at 11 o'clock on Sunday in Missouri, buddy. I've said this game is going to be one of those cigarette games. It might be a cig-a-weed type of game, if you know what I mean, after the end of this one because of how tight this game could be. You think so or no?
Yes, I think it's going to be tight. And also, I just got to make sure I take my blood pressure medicine before so I don't get, I have a heart attack mad at Andy Reid and Travis Cleese. And I think that's another thing I need to talk about real quick.
Okay.
Y'all let me go.
Yeah.
Travis Cleese. Everybody's making a big deal about him and Andy Reid, the sideline battle. That's just a passionate player that loves the game, and he's passionate. Granted, he wants the ball, but, hey, you're getting old, buddy. Gray's been producing. Travis, we need more production out of him, but he can't. Everybody's double-teaming him. You know the ball's going to you, so he has to be patient. That's the biggest thing. I just don't like how everybody was making a big deal about him and Andy. He's just passionate. He's a passionate player.
Yeah. I mean, you talk to people around on the sidelines, they say this happens in every game where guys are doing that. And Tyrann Mathieu, they just said they just let him burn himself out and then you moved on with it. But I really believe that Travis Kelce acted that way in this past game because Jawan Taylor did get another penalty because that reaction was right after. Have you ever had a player that you've been so pissed about that caused you to react like that on the sidelines?
I had a coach? A couple of coaches sometimes. I mean, Todd Haley had me mad a couple of times. But player-wise, I never really had a player that just made me upset. What I did, the kicker, Shane Graham, when I played in Cincinnati, he missed a kick to make us go to the playoffs and when we was playing against Denver.
Yeah.
All he had to do was make the kick.
We got to get Travis Kelce, get back to Travis Kelce. You know what I mean, man? But we'll see what happens.
Hey, that's what happened when you engage. You start thinking about life after football. He's thinking about life after football with his businesses, with the 1587 restaurant. He has wedding planning meetings. Trust me, I know Taylor's killing his ass. But hey, what do you think about this cake and planning this and this and this? He's claiming that he's not paying attention, but brother man is paying attention because if you don't keep her happy, the Swifty's going to go somewhere else.
Damn.
All right, Sean, let's leave on a kind of a somber note, if you don't mind. You lost a friend this week who played in the NFL. You see this happen a lot. If guys need help, if anybody needs help, you're always there for people, right?
Yeah, I'm always, I lost Rudy Johnson, man. One of the toughest running backs in the early 2000s. Played with him in college at Butler County there in El Dorado, Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
Then played with him a couple of years in Cincinnati. The message I just want to get out there to everybody, and this is just not NFL people. It's all sports. I think people deal with, it's not just CTE. I think people deal with depression and are very scared to speak out about it. And when you see them dark moments, just find somebody to call. You got the suicide number, call a best friend, tell them it's a 911, call your mom, you got to have a good support system. So if there's anybody out there listening today, man, if you're having a bad day, whatever it is, somebody loves you. Chad Ochocinco says it all the time, I love you. And he means that. And people got to understand it and really buy into it and really, you got to love yourself for one, but when you have kids and a legacy you leaving them behind, you want to be there for your kids. You know, like Bob, I know you, for instance, your daughter drives now, so you get to, you know, be passenger princess, but you love her so much, you just want everything for her.
Right.
And if guys don't understand, we all go through it to a certain extent. Depression, everything. It's not just CTE. It's just life. It's life. Life is life. It's not, you know, some people don't know how they're going to pay their next bill. How they going to do this, man? You can say prayer, but everything, we still got to have a support system and talk to somebody. Because when you hold them feelings in so long, and then that 1 minute you snap, everybody say, I don't know where that came from. And then you hold your problems in so much.
Well, Sean, we appreciate it. We'll talk to you next Friday, and I'll do my best to live myself vicariously through you at the end of the game, if you know what I mean, man.
Trust me, hey. I'll make a post if we don't win. I'm gonna be saying we need to fire people like the Atlanta Falcons fired Ike Killer.
Take care, man. God bless.
See you, bud.
All right, have a good one.
Oh, sorry. That was Sean Smith. Coming up on the other side, we go from Sean Smith to Steven Spector. I can't imagine a better segue than that with those two guys.
I love it.
We'll get into it next here at the Roundtable on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Trent McDuffie, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. But wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state, only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Transforming your land with a John Deere compact tractor is as easy as connect, latch, load, haul, spread. Cutting grass is as simple as roll, click, mow. Box blading is as effortless as hook, lock, grade. And backhoeing is as convenient as turn around, switch, dig. Because when you've got the versatility to tackle just about any job and dealer support in your own backyard, you just have to get in the seat. Find the right compact tractor for you at johndeere.com.
What's up, football fans? Picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. If this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first touchdown scorer wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older. This specific promotional offer is not available in Mississippi, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, or Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 in New York. In Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. In Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 in Puerto Rico. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Hi, this is Jill Schlesinger, CBS News business analyst, certified financial planner, and the host of the Jill on Money podcast. This is the show where your money is not scary. It's a show that's all about you. It's your questions that make it possible for me to provide unconventional and entertaining insights on your money, and more importantly, on your life. Listen and follow Jill on Money on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help this patient.
Hi, this is Doug. I'm a patient with Heartland Men's Health. I've been doing low T treatment for just under a year now. I've always dedicated my life to work. I've always found the time to go to gym. I'm 46 years old. My energy level has been on a roller coaster. With work, when we would have like long, stressful meetings, I would notice that I was very exhausted and drained afterwards. And with the low T treatment, I'm not as stressed. I started to feel a lot more level-headed. The roller coaster kind of went away. I think Heartland Men's Health, they really have it figured out. The professional staff, I think it's a wonderful treatment for men of any age. And it's definitely a benefit I'm going to continue.
Thank you. It's true. Your initial appointment includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Today, expect patchy fog in the morning followed by sunny skies with a high of 82.
Weather brought to you by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples. That was easy.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios.
That's his intro music. This is the Roundtable. Kansas Lottery. Get in the game with the Chiefs Kingdom scratch ticket only, available from the Kansas Lottery. Top prize is $75,000, plus enter drawings for a chance to win Chiefs experiences. See kslottery.com. It is the Roundtable. You gonna make it over there?
I don't know.
You guys have a wide-ranging array of guests this week and opinions.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, we've had Nate
Chiefs are in a dynasty, and weed solves all of the issues.
Well, we know weed solves all the issues. We've been trying to tell people that for years with Cannabets back in the day. But, yeah, that is true. Gary Myers.
I'm old.
Steven Smector right there doing his best.
Am I on camera?
You are. Right?
Boy, you really went bald there. Gary Myers, what a disgrace.
Yeah.
I'm on the right mic.
Yeah, you are. Is this a dynasty?
No, because they've only done it for 9 years.
Yeah, got to do it for 20.
They've only won double-digit games for 12 of the last 13 years and only won 3 Super Bowls and 8 straight AFC championships. But other than that, how was the party, Mrs. Lincoln?
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, I don't know that this is a dynasty. You don't, Gary?
What time is it in Kansas City?
Yeah, he was definitely just laying in bed, phone on the shoulder.
He doesn't have a phone. He has the...
Yeah, one of the rotary dial. Did you ever have a rotary dial?
Yeah, of course.
You did. Okay.
Yeah, up on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
I still don't know how to use those things.
I mean, it's just Gary Myers is an all-timer, man. It really is. Here's what he said in case you missed it. Are the Chiefs a dynasty?
Oh, okay. That's logical.
What does that
Hey
mean?
guys, I wrote this book, but I don't know anything about what I wrote.
Yeah.
Can I come on?
Sure.
Why not?
And he gave us gold. I mean, it really did. Like this, that is the East Coast bias as I've ever seen it. It's not happening in the world unless it happens between Boston and DC. If it doesn't happen there on the East Coast, they don't want to recognize it.
You're not wrong.
Thank you.
Yep.
So NBA and offensive line comparison is where we're at to start with the Roundtable with Steven.
Yeah, and I actually want to pivot because I think I came up with a better analogy.
Oh, wow. All right. So you're Mitch now. You're sending us topics ahead of time.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
That. Yeah,
I've been
Mitch.
I've been watching a lot of football recently, and the offensive line's really starting to bother me. Like I'm sure it is with all of you, right? Mm-hmm. So remember back to 2015, right? The Royals run to the World Series 10 years ago. Alcides Escobar did not make sense as a leadoff hitter, right? It just, by all metrics, he wasn't a good leadoff hitter. But for that team, it worked. I can't explain why, but for that group, Alcides Escobar leading off gave them confidence. The offense worked, what have you. Mm-hmm. It seems like the exact opposite with this Chiefs offensive line, right? Left tackle, we feel like we have a future Pro Bowler in Josh Simmons. Good to go.
Not giving up a sack yet this year.
Kingsley Su'Matia, second-round pick. He's cheap. Makes sense at left guard, right? I'm told that Treat. You guys have it in my head. You guys have it in my head. Treat Humphrey is an all-pro center. I'm told that Trey Smith is an all-pro guard. And Jawan Taylor, we don't need to, beat that dead horse, right? Each of them makes sense individually, but as a unit, it doesn't work.
Right.
And it's like a bad starting five in the NBA or a good starting five in the NBA that just doesn't win a championship. I don't know what it is because each of the individual pieces matter. The unit does not work.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my fears, going into the season was all you did was really replace one person out of the five. We talked about the offensive line all last season, and you kept 80% of the group intact, and it still doesn't work. And I don't think they work with the way Pat operates. And I don't really know what you do because, again, Josh Simmons, future star, Creed, Trey, all makes sense, but it doesn't seem like it works. And did you guys watch the game last night?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like Sam Darnold had 3-4 seconds to throw.
Yeah.
Same with Kyler Murray, and he was bad last night, what have you. Monday night, I'm watching Jared Goff against the Ravens defense, and I think Mitch said it, no sacks of Jared Goff. He had time back there. It's like Patrick Mahomes is the only one in the NFL that doesn't have any time to make a decision.
How much of and I love that take, Steven, and you really got me thinking now because it's a good analogy. They are all good individually, but together it's like it lacks chemistry or whatever the case may be.
They can't dance together.
Right,
I don't know what it's like. One can pass block, one can run block, and then when it's a running play, the run block guy doesn't work, and the pass block, it just doesn't work.
Right. There's something that's not functioning. But let me ask you this, though. Is it on Patrick, though, too, by not believing in his offensive line where he's making it to where he's escaping maybe too early or doing things because he doesn't try?
I think he's gotten skittish.
Yeah, I think he has.
I think he's gotten skittish since Orlando Brown. I think that goes all the way back to Orlando Brown at left tackle. I think he has gotten skittish, but he definitely bears some of the responsibility for staying in the pocket and making throws. But listen, if 300-pound guys were running after me for 3 straight years and I'm getting hit, what Nate Taylor told you guys 100 times last year, yeah, I'd probably be a little skittish too. So I guess it's hard to blame him.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you look at this game against the Ravens and the Chiefs, there's these eras that we talk about, right? Football, whatever. But where is this era now with the Chiefs?
I don't know. I think we all thought it was last year that it was starting a new era, but they brought everybody back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey's back. Andy's back. They brought Marquise Brown back. They brought Kareem Hunt back. So I think we all thought that the Chiefs were going to turn the page, and they didn't really turn the page from the Super Bowl last year.
Right.
So I think the next era starts next year. And I think the biggest one will be Chris Jones. Has he stood out at all to you guys?
No.
In the wrong ways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Which is
and
terrible.
again, it's like it's not all doom and gloom, right? They're 1-2. They have a chance to get back to even. They have a chance to maybe be 3-3, 4-2 when they get Rashee Rice back, and obviously, hopefully, Xavier Worthy stays healthy. Football happens really fast, and is Chris Jones part of the next iteration? He's already 31.
Oh, he's definitely not part of the next.
Right?
Yeah.
We're now down to 8 sacks last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has 1 this year. Nothing flashy. Obviously, the big headache against Justin Herbert on 3rd down, but I think we all thought that the next era was starting this offseason. I don't think that's true.
Yeah, no, I think this is the run it back era. And as we know in sports, the run it back era is never that good, right?
No.
It just isn't. And Stephen, being with me now for 10 years or longer now, 13 years, people get on me when I say you should have traded that guy or you should have traded this guy. I've always been the get out early guy, right? But then you got guys like Travis Kelce and Chris Jones.
You can't.
You can't
get out.
You can't get out early on those guys. It wasn't like they didn't get out early on, an offensive lineman or
Charvarius Ward, whomever.
Right, somebody like that. We're talking about not getting out early on their franchise players, which you just can't do, right? Like, other than New England, who got out of Tom Brady, which they shouldn't have, but they did. You can't get away from these franchise guys. And right now, Travis Kelce and Chris Jones are 2 of the reasons why I don't think this team is achieving its success so far this season.
Age is a big thing in the NFL, and then what you're paying for production is a big thing in the NFL. And God love Travis, guy, first ballot Hall of Famer, but, is he a $17 million a year player?
No.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard. And, again, you have to bring him back, and they should bring him back. They should bring Chris Jones back, but your leaders are all in their 30s now. That's a really hard way to win in the NFL.
And you're starting to turn it over a little bit with the McDuffies and the Boltons and the Karlaftis, but they can't assert themselves as leaders until the other guys are,
I guess here's a question that I hadn't really thought of. Let's say it's September of 2028. Who's the next core? Who do you think is guaranteed to be on this team in 2028?
28?
Yeah.
You only get one. Well, I would say it's Mahomes.
Yeah, I think there's 3 guaranteed.
I think it's Simmons.
Yep.
And I'd like to say McDuffie, but the contract's not done yet.
True.
So those are the 3 that I would lean towards.
So then you're putting Karlaftis on the periphery, Trey Creed on the periphery.
Yeah.
Bolton on the periphery.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, that's 3 years from now. Who were you going to say?
Those were my 3, McDuffie, Simmons, Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a guarantee that Rice or Worthy are back.
Mm-mm. No, there's no guarantees of anything in the NFL. I mean,
especially
we see things
Rashee
end
Rice.
so fast.
Especially
yeah.
Rashee Rice, yeah. Xavier Worthy's probably a good chance, but yeah.
What about like Norman Lott or guys like that they drafted this year?
Yeah, I think they'll be on the team, but are they part of the core? Right? We talk about the big 3 now, and then the second big 3 is Omar Norman Lott part of the core.
Does anybody have a next big 3 though? Like usually organizations will go through like the Yankees, the core 4 that they had, or the 3 that were down the Heatles in Miami, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you don't normally keep an organization moving forward and turn over your entire core of people, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about
the Patriots did.
I'm thinking about in the division, right? Herbert, Omarion Hampton, Ladd McConkey. So that's 3 on offense right there, right? Chargers, Bowers, Genty.
Raiders.
Who did I say?
Chargers.
Sorry,
yeah.
Raiders. Crosby?
Yeah,
probably.
Maybe.
That's
yeah.
3. I mean, he's still 26, so I would now maybe ask for a trade, what have you. Bo Nix, I don't think that's a guarantee in 3 years.
No.
Not unless Harvey just completely takes off, which I don't see that happening.
I'm sure there's Patrick Surtain. Yeah, that's 1. Yeah. I'm sure there's someone on their defense that I'm missing, but there's probably 3 per team.
I'm glad that you brought up the division because I kind of have this same take that you have because I think the division is over. I think the Chargers have won their first 3 games, all 3 against divisional opponents. One of them being you. Now, obviously, you still get another chance at the Chargers. And Bob thinks the Giants and Dart are going to be upset alert this week against the Chargers.
It always happens in the NFL.
Seems to do something. One game, they rally around the new quarterback. But we've seen this before in New York. There's always a new quarterback. But you don't think winning the division is necessarily a bad thing this year?
If all years to lose a division, this would be the year. Because if you're playing it out, let's say the Chiefs win on Sunday and the Ravens are 1-3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I think it's pretty certain that the Bills are the 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Can we lock that in now?
Yeah.
I think the Chargers are the 2 seed. Let's say the Ravens lose on Sunday. Maybe the Steelers win. It's 3-1 versus 1-3. Steelers are your 3 seed, and Colts or Jaguars are your 4 seed.
Right.
Who are you scared to go on the road and play?
Well, yeah, because you're either going to Indianapolis or Houston or Jacksonville for your first playoff game.
If you're the 5 seed, if you're the 6 seed, are you scared to go to Pittsburgh and be the 3?
No.
And let's say just, weirdly that you're the 7 seed. Are you scared to go to Los Angeles?
No.
You're going to have more home fans on a road playoff game than the Chargers do.
Right.
So if you were ever to make a run to the AFC Championship game or, the Super Bowl, this would be the year for the Chiefs to do it through the wild card prism.
Yeah.
And then you go to Buffalo, let's just play it out. You have no pressure on you.
There's no pressure.
You get to either close out that stadium with a win, or obviously the Bills fans go home happy, but the Bills will be way more nervous than the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game in Buffalo.
Yeah, and that would be the biggest of must-win games maybe in our lifetimes in sports that we've ever seen.
For Buffalo?
For Buffalo.
Buffalo, all the pressure would be on them.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs would have already won 2 games.
I mean, have we ever really seen anything like that in professional sports where a team is dominated so much and you have the opportunity to close out your stadium at home to beat that team that has been in your way for the last decade?
Not the stadium closeout thing, but there was a lot of pressure on the Chiefs to make the 3rd Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, there was. But I think this one has a lot more pressure because if Buffalo were to host that AFC Championship game, Chiefs go up there and win. Now you got to talk about Sean McDermott's job. I mean,
I don't think he survives.
You don't.
I would think they would fire Sean McDermott.
You do.
It'd be the same thing as Marty in the 90s. Like you have the team, but you can't get over the hump.
Right. That's exactly what that is. I think that would be a death nail for Sean McDermott.
Absolutely.
I don't know that they'd fire him after that next season because you also have to look around and go, who's out there that's better than what we have with Sean McDermott? And you're going to win regular season games and sell tickets and all that kind of stuff in a new stadium that you're going into. But I mean, I think that would be, I don't know who, just having this conversation would have had more pressure on them than Buffalo in that scenario. I would not want to be Buffalo.
I would not want to be Buffalo in that scenario. You're absolutely right.
Quick breaking news: Rahm and Hatton have just won 4-3 against DeChambeau and Thomas in the first
USNA.
year. Yeah, Justin Thomas just missed a 5-foot putt to keep the match going. So that has been the struggle today, is putting in the Ryder Cup. You get juiced up for this weekend? Is Ryder Cup main TV, NFL second TV, or is it the opposite?
I think they should move the Ryder Cup to any other time except for September. This should be played in August.
Too hot, though, dude.
It doesn't matter. It should be the Masters in April. Should be the PGA in May. Should be the U.S. Open in June. British Open in July. Give me a Ryder Cup in August. It would explode.
Yeah.
Especially the ones in Europe. That's still vacation time. Before you go back to school. You can't have the Ryder Cup on a. The Ryder Cup is going to lose to the college games tomorrow, and it's going to lose to the NFL on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. So it's Friday.
What?
It gets Friday.
It gets Friday.
Yeah.
But Friday people are at work. Most people don't have the TV on at work while they're working. Now maybe you're streaming on your phone, whatever. But the Ryder Cup should be played in August.
Okay.
I'm not mad about that. You do it August 7th. That'd be great.
There's too long of when's the British Open? Middle of July.
Yeah.
So we've had a 2-month break from real. What I would say national golf, right? You and I will watch the other stuff, but
the Heritage Open.
Yeah. But you've had 2 months off from golf. People are tuned out.
Real quick, Sean Smith said that Derrick Henry is washed. You agree or don't agree?
No. Okay. I don't know what.
3 fumbles in 3 consecutive
Yeah, I mean, he's
weeks.
had some bad fumbles, but I vividly remember him running for like 200 yards against Buffalo 3 weeks ago.
That's fair. Big fumble, though, in that game that, maybe.
There it was. Or here, how about his take on Butker?
We could all use that advice.
Dr. Smith there on the phone.
Great advice on a Friday.
Yeah,
Derrick Henry is not washed.
No.
Punch that ball out of his hand, though, when he's washed.
Derrick Henry's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you think Russell Wilson is being checked out of the Hall of Fame?
Did you see Tony Gonzalez's quote last night?
I heard you guys talking about it this morning.
It's one of the harshest things I've ever heard an NFL analyst say.
Yeah, I guess I never thought of Russell Wilson as a Hall of Famer to begin with.
Okay.
Like
Eli Manning's a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, you won 2 Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to get in if you win multiple Super Bowls.
Right.
And again, Russell Wilson, make the right play call, right? You're in. It's a thin line, but I never thought of Russell Wilson as a Super Bowl. I thought of him as Phillip Rivers with a Super Bowl.
Okay.
And I don't think Phillip Rivers is a Super Bowl.
No,
Hall of Famer.
And Russ never won an MVP. Did he?
No.
He's never won an
And he's never been the best quarterback in the conference or the league.
No.
Right?
That's right.
At best, top 5.
He needs to go to the dispensary and get his mind right, apparently.
but I mean, like, he was headed towards the Hall of Fame. And to hear Tony Gonzalez say that last night, I was like, holy crap.
He was definitely on a Hall of Fame trajectory, but then the Legion of Boom broke up.
Yep.
And
I think deleted all their numbers.
I think the public perception of Russell Wilson also hurts him, too.
Sure it does. Big time. It really does.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to this game on Sunday because it is a big one. I hate the term must win in September, but it feels like that type of game. We want to use that term must win, but as Q would say, we're going to quit for the rest of the year and not play the rest of the season if we don't win this game. Are you confident that the Chiefs will, not can, but will run the football against the Ravens? No. Right. And I need
Andy's
them.
been coaching since 1999. It's 2025.
Right. He's probably not changing.
He's probably not going to run the ball.
But I need him to run the ball this week. Like, I think that is an imperative part of the game, whether it's via the Xavier Worthy jet sweeps or more Remigio on jet sweeps or whatever it is. I need that run game to be churning this week, Steven.
I agree with you in principle, but then I watched Jared Goff not get hit, and I'm like, if Xavier Worthy's back, we got Taekwon Thornton, Travis Kelce game, I'm okay with the ball being in Pat's hands.
Okay.
I am.
Yeah. With the offensive line that we talked about not being able to gel and dance together. Right?
Now, if they got no pressure against a statue in Jared Goff and they get a lot of pressure against Patrick Mahomes, then I'll stand to be wrong, and then we're probably having a larger conversation.
So say that again. If the Ravens are able to pressure Patrick Mahomes, then we're going to have a bigger conversation?
Yeah, because if you can't get to Jared Goff, you shouldn't be able to get to Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
That means something's really bad has gone on with the offensive line.
Right.
2 years ago, 5 seconds left, 43-yard field goal. What was your confidence in Butker?
10 out of 10.
What's your confidence today? If this is how this game comes down, 40-yard line, Chiefs down by 1.
From
the 40, let's say it's a 45-yard field goal. Chiefs are down by
7.5.
Oof. Okay.
It's a big difference from 10 to 10.
I mean,
it's a big drop.
Before, I'm like you, man.
Automatic.
8 seconds left, down by 1.
Yeah, good to go. You turn the TV off, you start preparing for the next day.
Or you stand up, walk away, be like, he's got it. Nowadays, you're on the edge of your couch going, I don't know if he's going to get this.
Yeah, I think it's still 7.5 or an 8. I mean, I watched a lot of blocked field goals last week. Seen a lot of missed field goals through the first 3 weeks of the season. I still think he's one of the better kickers in the NFL.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an injury thing. I think it's just sometimes you go through slumps.
Yeah, but I also don't think he's the automatic anymore. Like you can't just get across the 50-yard line and expect Butker to go out there.
No,
and kick a field goal.
I think 50 plus now is a big question.
Yeah.
But I still have a fair amount of confidence in Harrison Butker.
Okay, good, because I don't. I'm kind of where you are with the offensive line, man. Like, I see him get out there now, and I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. I know we've had extra points and the field goals and the extra point last week.
I mean, he's essentially missed 5 kicks already this season.
All valid. Maybe he's just getting his rhythm.
Yeah, hopefully, because we can't have that, because we're a team now that you could overcome a missed field goal, you could overcome Jawan Taylor, you could overcome an interception off of Travis Kelce's hands, and it was no big deal. We're not that team anymore. We don't have that room for error anymore where we can be down 10 with 4 minutes to go, and you're like, we got this.
Yeah,
we're
the
going to be fine.
difference between 35 and 31 points used to be really negligible, but now the difference between 23 and 19 points is absolutely huge.
Yeah, it is.
Score prediction?
27-17 Ravens.
Wow, you got them getting their ass kicked this weekend.
I think the matchup is wrong.
Okay.
I don't know if the Chiefs have the offense to beat a bad Baltimore defense. I'm also not sure the Baltimore defense is as bad as we think they are.
So back to a question Dusty asked me. If they do not play well on offense this week, what are we talking about on Monday morning? I said, well, we got to let it see how it plays out before we know what to do. But he said, Rashee Rice ain't the answer anymore at this point.
I mean, the first is Jalen Moore. You have to at least see. Mm-hmm. You paid him to be on this team.
If you don't play him, that's a bad decision by them.
Even if you thought you had the chance at Josh Simmons at left tackle, you paid him, $36 million. So you thought he was good enough to be your starting left tackle.
Right.
That means he should be your starting left guard, your starting right tackle. That's where it starts.
Mm-hmm.
And then we probably have to have larger conversations about making some trades.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spec, we appreciate the time on the roundtable.
Appreciate it, guys. Just get to 3-3. That's my only thing.
Get to 3-3, right?
Yeah. It doesn't matter how it happens. Just get to 3-3.
That is Roundtable with Steven Spector here. KS Lottery is your sponsor. Get in the game with Chiefs Kingdom Scratch ticket only available from the Kansas Lottery. Top prize $75,000 plus. Enter drawings for a chance to win Chiefs experiences. See kslottery.com. On the other side, our Richards of the Week on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is Nick Bolton, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That's our philosophy at GiveMeTheVin.com. We love to buy cars. Fat ones, skinny ones, curvy ones, fast ones, slow ones, round ones, and square ones. Yes, square body Chevys. We buy them at GiveMeTheVin.com. Go to GiveMeTheVin.com right now, put yours in, and get a quote. We'd love to buy it. GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Ready, set, Ford. That's what Shawnee Mission Ford is all about, bringing meaning to Ready, Set, Ford. Hey, it's Gold. You know I've been driving a new vehicle thanks to my friends over at Shawnee Mission Ford for over a month now, and they offer their customers the largest discounts on every new vehicle, along with aggressive rebates and top trade-in value, and maybe you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle. You're in luck as well with over 100 pre-owned vehicles to choose from at prices and terms well within any budget. Shawnee Mission Ford is on a mission to do more.
Tulsa is my home now. Academy Award nominee Sylvester Stallone stars in the Paramount Plus original series, Tulsa King. This distillery is a very interesting business, and we gotta know the enemy. From Taylor Sheridan, co-creator of Landman. What are you saying? I'm a rat! If you think you're gonna take me out, it's gonna be really difficult. Tulsa King, new season now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
What's up, football fans? Picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. If this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first touchdown scorer wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older. This specific promotional offer is not available in Mississippi, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, or Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 in New York. In Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. In Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 in Puerto Rico. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
What do you think Sean Smith's doing right now?
Listening to us, getting hyped for the game, man.
Hell yeah. Damn right he lives the life he lives because he went from negative to positive, and it's all good. No, good show. Shout out to Mitch Holthus, Sean Smith, Steven Spector, everybody that joined the show today.
Gary Myers.
F him. I have nothing to say about Gary Myers other than get bent.
Whose comment has been worse? Was it Dan Orlovsky's? You know, the best quarterback-coach combination is not the Chiefs. Is it Dan Orlovsky who said the best coach-coordinator combination was not here?
Ryan Clark's got a few.
Ryan Clark has got a bunch. And then you've got Gary Myers saying this isn't a dynasty. Like, who's the leader now in the clubhouse, to steal a Ryder Cup analogy?
Gary Mayonnaise.
Of the the dumbest comment so far this football season.
Mm-hmm. Gary Mayonnaise. Patty's dad. Shout out to the real ones to get that reference. Go ahead, Mac.
Oh, Richard, I'm so happy. Hold me. Richard of the Week.
Not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Mac, what's your answer on that?
Man, I don't know. I think Gary Myers might take the cake, but both Ryan Clark and Dano have had some pretty bad. No, I'm going to go Orlovsky.
Orlovsky's worth. Yeah, the quarterback-coach combination is just the lowest
disgusting.
Of low. Why do I watch Dan Orlovsky, and every time I see him on TV, it looks like he's just been through the car wash? Like, he just looks like he's had the world beat out of him. He's exhausted. Yes. He just looks like he just ran a marathon and all this kind of stuff.
He's got like 4 or 5 kids, too. They're all like under 9 years old.
It's crazy, man.
No, that's a lot.
He's run ragged, that guy.
Yeah, seriously.
It is the end of the show on a Friday where we do Richard of the Week. It is brought to you by Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka, proud partner of the Kansas City Royals. Each can of Surfside is only 100 calories, and the best part is 0 bubbles, which means you'll have 0 troubles. A lot of troubles here this week for my Richard of the Week. This comes from the local 12 WKRC TV. There was a teacher arrested for using poop spray in the school for weeks. It cost the campus more than $50,000 in repair. The odor reportedly triggered health issues among students and staff, including headaches, nausea, and dizziness, and resulted in nearly $55,000 in inspection and air conditioning repair costs for that district. That's what the guy looks like. There's the article for you. I found it on the Book of Face. Looks like Haley Joel Osment from that Happy Gilmore 2 what are we doing here, man? It's funny when I watch the videos and like they're on their front porch and they spray that fart spray and like the grandma smells it. Pew.
Oh, it's funny when you're a child.
But you're going every day and sabotaging the school and spraying it in the systems of the air conditioning units, and then it's costing the district and the school $55,000 and causing nausea and sickness and all this sort of stuff. Dude, get lost.
Yeah, seriously, especially
fart
when
spray. Like, how old are you, dude?
especially when teachers don't even make $55,000 a year.
It was funny when I was a kid at Blue Springs High School, class of 06, shout out Wildcats. They would take those little capsules and just break them in the hallways, and it'd be like, dude, who freaking farted, man, like that. And then here's this loser going through the school going, what's this guy's fart spray? Like, come on, man, you're a Richard, dude. Like, going through the ventilation system. Man, Gary's here early. What's he doing? Apparently spraying fart spray in the air ducts and causing people to get sick.
Mac, who's your boomer of the week?
Quit farting, Gary.
Let me go Bill Barnwell.
Oh.
Yeah, come on, man. This is the guy that we talked about earlier who said the Chiefs lost the Tyreek Hill trade. The Dolphins, quote, slightly won because, Tyreek Hill had a 1,800-yard season or whatever it was. And I quote, the Chiefs did go to 3 straight Super Bowls and won 2 of them, but still, Tyreek was really good. So, yeah, Bill can,
get bent. Yeah, I got 2 boomers I'm going after this week.
Oh,
and
you've been on this boomer surge.
Well, I just did this just deplorable. It really is every day. I mean, and you guys can start texting in your boomer sightings and whatnot. Girl cuts my hair, was 2.5 hours away from dying. And she's one of my best friends in the world. And I went back yesterday or the day before to get my hair cut. And she goes, yeah, it was really bad, blah, blah, blah. We're having this conversation. She goes, yeah, I had this one guy. She goes, let me ask you this. Are people that are older kind of like just strange? I'm like, yup. And she says, this guy like was mad that I had to reschedule his haircut because I was in the hospital, and literally said to her, I know where I stand now with you. I'm in the hospital. I'm sorry I can't cut your hair.
What a jerk.
Wow. And so she tried to reschedule him or something. She goes, I can't get you till like after the first of the month or something. Well, now I know where I stand. You know what? You stand. You're going to go find yourself somebody else cut your hair at this point in time, right? Like somebody was in the hospital. Your hair doesn't matter, boomer. The other person is this, and you've worked in the restaurant industry, so I want to know.
Okay.
A customer had some reservations about his bill at a restaurant, according to the New York Post. One frustrated customer claimed
reservations about his bill?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't you understand there?
I just never heard reservation about your bill.
You really like
I thought it'd be like I have like questions or concerns.
Yeah, I just have reservations about it. Yeah.
No, I'm just, go ahead.
One frustrated customer claimed that they were charged a quiet time surcharge, which was added before the tip because the restaurant they dined at was empty. The user said that they decided to check out a local restaurant for the first time, which seemed like a quiet place to dine. Well, that went south. At the end of the meal, I check my bill, and there's an extra 20% pre-tip charge labeled quiet time surcharge. Okay. The diner assumed it was an error and asked about what was going on. According to the Reddit post, the server said something along the lines of, management says when it's not busy, you're basically getting the place to yourself. It's kind of like flying private instead of commercial.
But when you fly private, you buy that.
Well, exactly.
Like, you know what you're doing ahead of time.
Yeah. So the charges weren't advertised ahead of time. And so because the place was empty and you got to sit there by yourself, they added a 20% quiet time surcharge. Would you not be in the right as a customer? And I do not believe in doing this, even though I have dined and dashed in my life. Wouldn't you be in the right to walk out and not pay that tab because of that fee? Like, you worked in the restaurant industry, man. You need to tell me how to handle that situation.
I wouldn't. It'd be a very in-depth conversation with the general manager.
As the customer or as the server?
As the customer. And, well, first off, as a server, I'd be like, we can't do this. Like, you're trying to tell people that they're punished for coming into a quiet restaurant that's not busy. Because how many times have you driven around with your wife and kids, be like, where do you want to eat tonight? We don't know. This kid wants that. This kid wants
Every
that.
night.
Right? And then you like find a place that has like an empty parking lot. You're like, here we go. We can get in and out here real quick. 25, 30 minutes. We'll be back home. But there's nobody there. And they say, hey, how you doing? Okay, there is a 20% fee for being empty right now. You're like, what? That doesn't make sense. You should want people to come in, not leave.
Right.
I would also, if I was being honest, I would look at my bill. Hopefully I had the cash on me. I always do tend to carry cash, but I would look at it and I'd be like, okay, my bill is $40 without this $20 charge. Okay, here's $40. Then I'd go to the server. I'd be like, here's your $8 for the 20% tip. Have a nice night. Sir, you didn't pay your full bill. Yes, I did. You can worry about your tip there. Because that's not reality.
No.
I understand when you fly private or first class, you go out of your way and buy that because you know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, you're paying.
You don't know that you're going into a restaurant and they're going, hey, by the way, it was empty and quiet for you today. Going to be an additional charge. Absolutely not.
No,
absolutely not.
You can't do that.
That's insane.
Like the government should shut down that restaurant. Like,
we made this Big Mac really special, $2 extra. What? Make it sloppy. I don't give a rip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't care if it's quiet in here. Happening 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Restaurants are probably dead at that time. It's between lunch and dinner. You have nobody in here. You should be grateful that I came in here and gave your workers the opportunity to do something.
Right. Yeah.
I just stunned.
Text line says, so basically the restaurant was charging them extra for not being busy and needing to have to pay their staff. No, normally when it's not busy, you cut your staff in half. You tell them, would you like to go home? I promise you this. You got a restaurant full of 5 servers on the floor. You go up to 3 of them and say, hey, do any of you want to go home? I'll go. Trust me, man. It's that quick. There's your hustlers. Like, oh, no, I'll stick around. I'll clean up that 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock window, that happy hour window. Absolutely. But, man, you come on now. You can't be charging people for peace and quiet.
20% surcharge because you had the place to yourself. Like, I get it. Times are tough, right? They always are. But this is just making it worse. Like,
right.
You just can't do that kind of stuff, man.
Real quickly on the parlay, Max got Isaiah Pacheco over 34.5 yards. Bob has a Travis Kelce anytime touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the Chiefs on the money line. All together is $675 on DraftKings. So if you want to follow that parlay,
do it.
Real quickly before we get out of here, score prediction, Bob, it is?
It's 35-0.
Shocker. Mac, what do you got?
24-20 Chiefs.
I've got 28-20 Kansas City in this
Spectre
matchup.
picked the...
Pissed?
Yeah, he pissed the Chiefs to win, right?
Hopefully that one guy's not here spraying fart spray in the ventilation system.
What was
Watch
Spectre's?
this, geeks.
What was Spectre's score? 17-28? It was like a
We
pretty
do the
big
bigger
loss for the
score
Chiefs,
first.
right?
Bigger score first.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, I was naming the Chiefs score first. It was 17-28. The Ravens, he had the Ravens winning.
Yeah. In the NFL.
Goodbye.
That was
Talk
Richard
to you
the
later.
Week, brought to you by Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka. Surfside Lemonade and Vodka, proud partners of the Kansas City Royals. Each can of Surfside is only 100 calories, and the best part is 0 bubbles. Go out there and have 0 troubles and help with that by doing something nice for somebody. You never know. It could change their day, their weekend, their month, their year. It is simply cool to care. Kansas City, stay kind, stay safe. We'll talk to you on Monday. Coming up next, it's Cody Gold and Drew from 10 until 2. Gary Myers. How about this for a dynasty? Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Tune in to hear former Chiefs linebacker Derrick Johnson every Monday at 7:20, right here on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty